This is Canarsie, Rockaway Parkway. The next stop on this Brooklyn-bound podcast is Last Stop on the L. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
It's your boy Juice, a.k.a. The Juice is Loose. Studio 231 is located in the beautiful and trendy Lower East Side of Manhattan with studio rates and full studio setup. If you'd like to record with me at Studio 231, you can reach me at juice-cannon.com or Twitter at juicecannon.
Last Stop on the L is proudly sponsored by Dulce Amore Couture, premium couture accessory line, specializing in jewelry and watches featuring the handcrafted Amore collection. Based in New York City, but not limited to, you can meet Miss Yeezy Smith on Facebook /Dulce Amore Couture or Instagram Dulce Amore Couture or visit the website dulceamorecouture.bigcartel.com.
Still angles. Told you my secret, she told me your flaws, oh yeah. So when you listened, I accepted them too. Told me you love me, put my heart on pause. Cause at this place I can't keep fighting for you. So why don't you talk to me, say anything. Cause I know once you talk to me, we'll be okay. So how did we get here? Cause I can't recognize us no more. Tell me your love is still lives here. I'm standing knocking outside your door. Yeah, your loving, come give me up.
Okay, I don't know what Baby Shark is. Okay, but we're just gonna start this episode. Okay.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Like, I want no smoke with children's entertainers. Okay. This is an explicit podcast, and they might feel some sort of way. I don't want that smoke. Yo, by the way, it's your boy Danny Ocean, DWNY, Yo, we back. Before the years, and you're getting 2 episodes back to back. You know what that means. Our Christmas bonuses came in. We paid all our bills. That's what it means. That's what it means.
Nigga, we made it.
Ready for that income tax check.
Facts.
It's your boy Chris from Highbridge. We out here.
Bonasage, what up, y'all? I know y'all miss me. But yeah.
Yo, it's your boy Mayhem Mike cutting off. It's about to be spicy.
Right.
It's about to be
It's about to
spicy.
be real fucking salsa con fuego on this bitch.
I know you salty, Laurie.
Wow.
I'm not salty.
I know you salty.
You so salty, you're not salty. With your less sodium having ass.
Adoba.
That's so corny. Swerve. That was super fucking corny.
I want to get a
Corny?
rise out of you.
Corny?
Kearney.
Corny.
Wow, you've been hanging around them.
All right,
Privileged
so
people
I
to
guess
fuck
we
at
got to
the
start with
fucking
the big
mountains.
news.
Corny.
We got to start with the big news. Cardi B and Offset are back together.
Oh,
Are they though?
Nah, they're not.
She was on a jet ski.
She said, and I quote, she just wanted to fuck. That's what happens.
No,
That's her
I don't
privilege
know.
as a wife.
That's a fact.
Oh, now
you always
now
reach
it's not
back.
set in divorce. Now it's not a name.
I didn't
Okay.
say they should get divorced.
Listen.
Yeah,
No, I
No,
did
I
not.
did. No, she right. I said that.
Thank
I said
you.
that
If
out
the ink
loud.
ain't dry, don't apply.
Thank you. I'll take that. If the ink ain't dry, it don't apply.
I'm just saying.
Listen,
Okay.
now that they're back together or hanging out or talking, whatever the hell they want to
it.
call this, right?
Married.
Right. I mean, but you can break up and get back together when you're married, because when you do legal separation, you can still be married, smashing, and, you know, whatever. Legally speaking, you're in a good space. Anyway, who gonna teach Culture her first ad lib? It's gonna be Cardi or Offset? That's what I want to
Nah,
know.
you wildin'.
No, you're right. That's gonna.
Yo, if her first words is either "okay" or "Offset,"
That's a legit thing that can happen, though.
I'm just saying Quavo's the coolest one out the Migos. He's going to be the first one.
Really?
Hell yeah, he going to throw something. It's going to be cool Uncle Quavo. This is,
Ooh, Uncle Quavo. That's what
he going to throw something out there.
That sounds like a TV show.
Like when Culture really starts fucking speaking, she gonna say that, "Mama." He gonna be like, "Mama,
Mama."
Oh my god.
yo,
all types of
I like to
recklessness.
picture her at like one of those really elite, mostly white private schools, and like I don't know, like first grade or kindergarten, and some kid say something wild to her, and she's like, "I don't know who you talking about?
All the hybrids coming out. All of the hybrids coming out.
Let me tell you something, Emily.
My pop said when people talk to me like that, you tell them, watch your tone. Your tone's real aggressive right now. Like,
When I start clapping, it's a fucking problem. I have hit Mach 2 at that point, and it's a fucking problem.
listen, we don't know if they're back together. You know, hopefully they're working it out. I already shared my thoughts last week. Oh, by the way, she had words for me
Oh,
about
yeah, she did.
her.
She checked the shit out of you, Danny.
Yeah, so, Cardi B, because I was like, she should fire a publicist, and she took a whole IG video to let everybody know who said that shit, what she thought, and it wasn't positive. You know what? You're right. I'm going to mind my business. That shit wasn't my business. You're right. Sometimes you just got to take your L. You're right.
Danny Ocean
Yeah,
edition.
take your ass and sit down, because she fucking with her the long way.
Facts. But I respect that. Nobody was checking.
Listen, every now and then, as a black man, you get told about yourself by a black Latino woman. You just be like, you're right. And just move on.
Ain't no wins after that. You just going to have to sit your black ass down. That's what happened.
And she was right. Listen, I get it. My bad. Anywho.
I fear those days.
Hopefully they work it out, and whatever positivity comes out of that situation.
Yeah, hopefully they better for it.
Yeah, honestly, like all jokes aside, I really do hope that they
Stop fucking up, Offset.
Facts.
I need you to just keep it together.
I mean, come on, son.
Black
also-
men don't cheat, bro.
That's,
Facts. He was the third one this year ever. Damn.
you making us look bad.
First it was
I think she was
Tristan
consistent, though.
that broke like what 1,000 years of consistency. Tristan is out the wide blue yonder. Then it was, you know, I'm not going to mention his name. He already got enough shit. It was a comedian.
One of them funny niggas.
I'm telling jokes and shit.
Jokey joke ass niggas.
Oh, but we're going to move
He's
on.
also consistent.
Also, music news this week. Tory Lanez is still out here wanting all the smoke.
It's that
And
new hairline, bro.
he
I'm telling
told
you.
Royce the 5'9" to
the
suck
original
his
Power
dick.
Ranger?
No, he didn't. See, I didn't hear about that. He what?
He told Royce the 5'9", suck my dick, you muscle milk nigga.
First of all, shout out to Muscle
Royce the
Milk.
5'9"
Y'all
tweeted Tory, he's like, you talking? Royce said, you talking like a nigga that trying to get his ass beat because you taking all the necessary steps to facilitate that.
I want to know. First of all, you stated this man's height, so you clearly know he's bigger than you. That's strike one. Strike two is Royce is from Detroit. That mean y'all are adjacent to each other by that motherfucking border somewhere. You can't touch the state of Michigan.
Didn't Danny Ocean say he was the original Power Ranger, though?
Son,
It's Morphin time.
he gonna morph into motherfucking Alpha. Remember how Alpha run around? Oh my god! Rangers. He's gonna be that guy, bro, because he ain't got nothing for Royce.
I guess they had a conversation because Tory later tweeted like a day or so after Royce and I talk. We cool now. Okay.
Oh, no.
All right, I didn't talk.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was a check.
It was a
Listen.
full court press.
No. I don't know if Tory ever has any upcoming shows in Detroit, but if he does, I would bring extra security from out of town. Because Royce may let that shit go, but there are other people in Detroit who have opinions about such disrespect. So, yeah.
The principal. Can't let it slide.
That's crazy.
Goddamn.
Back in the day, I seen Royce have a rocket launcher on a live stream. That's when I knew you just off. Like, straight up.
A rocket launcher?
He had an RPG. Yeah, straight up. I'm not being funny. Like,
First
you
of
can
all-
Google that video. It's still up
First
there.
of all, I'm not even mad because if I had money and I had the ability to buy a rocket, yeah, I'm buying a rocket
The
launcher.
fuck you using a rocket launcher
First of
for?
all,
Okay,
have you ever seen?
Have you ever played Grand Theft Auto?
This is
all
real
right.
life,
It
nigga.
blows
This is
up.
not-
It
Have you
blows up
ever
cars.
seen? Don't be a menace to society while
Do
drinking juice
we
in the hood.
have a problem?
Also, not real life. What the fuck are you using?
Bet,
a
I got
Wasn't
you,
it,
I got
though?
you. I got you. I got
If you
Brett.
lean out a window
You
with a
get
rocket
on,
launcher,
Hold
say
on.
embrace
You get
yourself.
on.
That's just
What's
like.
the first thing you gonna buy? A bulletproof car, right? Then you're gonna get house. You're gonna get hopefully bulletproof windows, right? So when they shooting at your house, like they did that Kanye, Nicki Minaj, and whatever that nigga's lifestyle is, whatever, right? What you gonna do? Go to the window, grab yourself an RPG, shoot from the window to the car. Problem solved.
And now,
You're welcome.
And now you're going to jail under the jail.
Good luck.
That's
They're gonna have
an
to prove
illegal
it.
firearm firearm, you dipshit? Like, what the
They don't have to
hell is wrong
prove it.
with men?
It came from my house, but if you don't have the evidence, I don't know what to tell you, officer. Santa
I'm not bailing
came
none of
through
y'all.
and let these niggas
Let
know.
it be known, Vonna St. J. Bailing, none of y'all motherfuckers out here do dumb
That's a
shit.
lie.
Including you.
That's a whole lie. She lying like a rug. She
Whatever.
lying like the rug we sitting on right now.
Oh, also
I will
breaking
admit to
news. Breaking news.
You right.
Drake announced that Popcorn is signing to OVO Sound.
Oh shit! Damn. What are you?
We about to get more reggae hits. That's all I'm telling.
He's smart. He's smart. Buju back.
It's money me
Competition gone.
want. Yo, it's coming, son.
Yeah, welcome home, Buju.
Oh
I mean, you
yeah.
did it, but yeah, welcome home.
He did like 10 years for that
Yeah.
case, right?
Same thing.
Damn, son.
Ah,
Got caught in the Miami airport with a pack.
They
Woo!
got him on camera too.
Shit. Ain't no, listen, that's the moment where if you doing some shit like that and they roll up, you just gotta say shit. What else you gonna say?
Well,
Shit.
there are rumors supposedly they were trying to get him to, speak on certain things, and he
Speak
didn't.
on what?
Speak on who his connect was and give people up, which would explain how he got that nice private jet back to yard. I don't know nothing. I'm just saying.
The only thing he gonna speak on is, can I get a TV in my shit? Like,
Myself.
how much is commissary? These are the conversations he needs to have.
I feel him. He back.
If he did that, he should have just stayed. They should have just kept him in America and not take him back to freaking Jamaica to be in jail. 'Cause you know
Nah,
if
he got
could get
deported
out, he'd be
immediately.
fucked up.
immediately.
Oh,
they
yeah.
let your ass
First of
loose.
all, he got the type of case that even if Trump wasn't president, he still get deported. Like,
Yeah.
immediately. Great haste.
Obama was
Like, they
nah.
take you out the jail into the plane, get the fuck out.
Oh, and mind you, this was all. He didn't have anything on him when they arrested him.
Yes, he.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have anything on him.
I thought- 'cause
it was all hearsay, and they had him recorded saying that he was gonna do A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. He actually had nothing on him.
I thought he had the pack on him.
Nah,
when he got
it was the
We
conspiracy
gotta
too.
Google this.
Oh, that's
We
bullshit.
gotta Google
I
this.
hate when they do that shit. Well, we thought you was gonna do some dumb shit, so we arrested you. Like,
Yeah,
Listen,
he said,
Mike
"Oh,
just
he
get hit
basically,
with that Rico."
all he basically went to jail for was talking too much." Because he had a couple drinks and was just popping shit to somebody,
Wow.
and he ended up meeting a dude or whatever, and they was gonna set something up, and they were like, "Oh, wrong place, wrong time, gotcha, bitch."
Wow.
Yeah,
Just lost one.
Yeah, you're right. He got hit with a
Silly.
conspiracy charge.
Yep.
Yeah, to distribute. Yep.
no packs.
Damn, he caught a
Yeah.
Takashi.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna call that case from now on. You caught a Takashi. Damn.
Damn. What a report represented. Woo.
That's why I'll admit to nothing. You got to
Ooh.
catch me.
Drug dealer is a drug dealer turned government informant discussing drugs. So he was set up.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
Damn.
That's some bullshit.
Why was he even doing that? Allegedly. I mean, like, he's a big artist. He could tour for the rest of his life. What the fuck?
You know,
Dude, listen.
That's like the same niggas that's still out there slinging. Like, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it for?
Nah, listen, bro. He
Money's
thought
the
he
type of
thought
drug.
he had the plug, and somebody asked, and he was like, "All right, cool, I can make that happen for
I
you."
need all the black men and
Yeah.
brown women.
Buju was
There-
also
Not
like
white.
18, if I'm not mistaken.
White
But
people
he
are the
was
only
like-
people that can
He
get
was
away with that
revered
shit.
as one of the best artists.
There
in Jamaica,
is-
like,
Yeah.
one of the greats, like
Oh, my
21,
God.
if I'm not mistaken.
There's
That
a
would also
Vice-
grant you access.
Exactly.
There's a Vice Sports series about shit like this, about famous athletes that basically caught drug cases. And one of them was this white woman who was the #1 ranked mountain biker in the world during the 90s. But that's when mountain bikes were the shit. In the 90s, everyone wanted a mountain bike. You remember that as a kid, right?
Yeah.
But then that shit fizzled out, and so did the money in the sport.
Right.
But she was really good at mountain biking and not much else. And she started mountain biking
Packs.
like pounds on her back across the Canadian wilderness into America.
That makes sense.
I mean,
though.
I was
And
like,
she got
What
caught.
did she think she was Triple X?
She got she got caught. They weren't even looking for her. They're looking for other people, but her name kept popping up.
right. Well, why
So then they tagged a shipment, and she knew she got caught the minute she opened it, because they took it to their house. They had a stash house that they had, and her co-conspirator opened up the shipment, and they were looking through it, and they're like, "What is that? Is that a tracker?"
Oh,
and they're hearing this on audio. Like the FBI is listening to this shit. Like the FBI, DEA is listening to this shit. And they tried to like split. And then she's like, I got on a boat and I was thinking about like kayaking across to Canada and yada. She's just like, whatever, I'm just caught. So she just like sat there, lit one up, and just waited. And then niggas came through with SWAT, hit the deck. And she's like, look, I'm already on the ground.
I was waiting for you. Waiting for you at the door. Like, the fuck you mean? Hit the deck, bitch. Let me finish my split before you fucking get rowdy.
Damn, son.
Yeah, there's a whole series about shit like this.
I'm trying to be high for the first couple hours of this. It's all downhill from here.
Work for this interrogation, bitch.
Yeah, there's an entire series about that shit. Each story is crazier than like Pee Wee Kirkland.
Oh yeah, nah.
He got drafted in the NBA and was just like, nah, I'm good.
But that's what NBA money wasn't shit though.
Yeah. Oh man. In other music news, guess who's back? The Dream. He dropped a 41 song album. I haven't listened to a single song. I saw 41 songs and got overwhelmed immediately. I'm not gonna read through this track.
Who did that? Who did that?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
I'm like, nigga, who's listening to this? Listen,
See, but Chris Brown actually got the fan base that will go through that
because
shit.
they're crazy.
No one likes the dream little turtle looking ass.
Hey! Don't be hating on Radio Killer. Damn, why we gotta be throwing Radio Killer under the bus?
Throw it in the bag.
Nigga.
just throw it in the bag. That's it.
You know what's my favorite Dream record? Nicki.
Oh, okay.
I've been making love to Nicki, and she loves me back.
I like
the ultimate talk song.
Fuck that nigga. That's my shit. I don't fuck.
Damn. I would never listen to that shit.
All right.
He makes good albums, but that's a lot of music, dog. That's too much.
But he makes good albums with other people on it.
He's producing other people's shit.
You know what I would listen to? A 41 track album if Neo put it up. If Neo put it up.
There is nobody who I'm listening to 42 fucking songs.
But he switched it up. His last one was
Nobody.
too, and I was rocking with him too.
No, listen, Neo's been, he made the...
You know how many times he got to cheat to get 41 songs?
Drake and Meek already pushing it with the 20.
I mean,
but now
this is-
40?
Right
That's
about
fuck
that.
out of here. I
You
can't
act
do
like
that
we
shit.
talk about Carrie Hilson. Oh, I love Carrie, but
Oh, what
Why
was her
you-
shit?
I don't like her. She came after
What
she
was-
fucking
she came out
Beyonce.
Beyonce. That's
What was
here
her
we go.
record again? What was her big hit?
Not energy. You're turning me on. You're turning me
There
on.
we go.
You're turning
And
me
then she
on.
had the record with
Wait a
Kanye
minute.
and Neo. Yeah, which is Juice was talking about.
She has a few stuff.
A few
Like
attempts
3 to 4.
of hits.
Oh, you going?
Though I like when she
Oh.
wrote
Taste
that
that salt?
shit for Timbaland.
Laurie?
My blood pressure's going up.
Too much
She
of
been gone for a minute. She been gone for a good ass minute.
She's really pretty.
I mean, she's supposed to be going for it. She got an NBA husband.
Yeah, she shouldn't. She don't
boyfriend.
wanna do-
I don't know if she... Is
Who
she
talking about,
engaged?
Yeah.
No, we're talking about...
Yeah, she actually no, not
Carrie
anymore.
Hilson's still-
Because she used to fuck with Serge Ibaka,
Yeah,
for Toronto
yeah.
Raptors, but I don't know if they still together. I think they may have the split bills.
She's cute.
Y'all remember, what was it? It was her and her mom, and they were eating like icy pop or something like that.
Oh my God, yes.
And she made that shit disappear. Niggas
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, bruh.
Not everybody would be into
Yo,
Carrie.
Carrie, what up, though? I was like, word?
Slide into your
Speaking
popsicle,
of,
yeah.
shout out to Kyla Pratt because she posted a picture today. Jesus. Anyway,
She ain't age worth a damn.
She's another
listen.
vampire. Yep.
shit. I still go 1-on-1 with her. Flat out.
Checkmate.
All right. Before we move on from music, it's the end of 2018. I want to ask the people at this table about their music loves of the year. So, who is your personal musical MVP? Who released the hottest music for you personally during the course of this year? That's like, this shit slaps. Who was your musical MVP? And who was your rookie of the year? Somebody that came out the wild blue yonder and you'd be like, yo, this shit sort of slaps. I didn't really expect this shit at all.
I got my MVP, Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
Nipsey Hussle.
Victory lap. He took you on one, bro. It's a long time coming. And he delivered on every damn track, bro. Like,
Okay.
Hove co-signed on that whole damn thing.
You know what? I got to give Nipsey Hussle real credit because his video budgets I love when artists have video budgets and actually have artistic vision.
Yeah.
Because you can have a video budget and just do dumb
Slapping
shit.
together.
Yeah, but like when you got vision,
flamingo on top
I
of
like
a
that.
pearl, doing squats. Like, nigga,
Listen.
what?
Fair enough.
listen. I'm going to
is
go
the
old
most-
head for a second. Right? Music changes and all that. I'm not mad at that. But I'm from the era where video budgets were insane, okay?
Oh,
Hype Williams,
When
$1 million
Puff
at
and
least.
Biggie were fighting ninjas in a Bentley driving backwards, okay?
100%.
Missy was in the middle of a lake dancing with fireworks, no reason, okay? Like, shit didn't make sense. That nigga Mike and his sister were floating through space, just screaming. So when I see an artist spend money on a video budget, I'm like, I fucking appreciate that shit. I appreciate you. So shout out to Nipsey, because his rollout was tight.
Yep.
His rollout was tight.
That build up was crazy, bro. That build up was crazy.
so like for me, I had to scroll back because I couldn't remember the name. The Carters came out, and although I was feeling it, I wasn't feeling like everybody else though.
Was this
and
Summer
I had
Love?
to
Was
get
that
the
the name of the
MVP award. I'm stuck because technically Cardi got it because Invasion Prime was released April.
Yeah, it was
April.
released this year.
It was April, right? And you know a lot of people doubted her. All her tracks went gold or higher. You know what I'm saying? And the only person I would say that kind of mirrors her or like is Childish Gambino. This is America. Come on, son. Even the video was dope.
Right.
You know what
It
I'm saying?
feels like summer, too.
So I would dare say Cardi has the best album for the year, and I'd give Childish Gambino for his what the fuck out of the Wild Blue Yonder MVP. Honest talk. Although Cardi can go either way. That for me personally.
Okay. Vama?
Yeah.
Definitely Janelle Monáe. I listened to the album frontwards, backwards.
Shit, what was the name of it?
Pink?
No, I'm asking. I can't remember the name. What's the name of it again? Because honestly,
How you
no,
judging
I'm not
and
trying to.
don't know?
I'm not trying to get at you. Because I'm a big Janelle Monáe fan, but this is the album where I think I moved on. Not in the sense that her music was bad, but I was just like, it's not doing it for me.
And it had a good, and the visual album was good. I liked it because she had something to go with her album.
I liked it because Tessa
I
didn't appear to us.
we know why your pervy ass liked it.
Shit,
but
he
yeah.
ain't the only one.
She was selling it. He bought it, goddamn. In bulk.
All right.
Deluxe edition.
Oh my god!
Sorry.
You know why you're here.
I was really feeling Janelle Monáe's stuff. I think I was more so like into singles this past year. But like Janelle Monáe's album, I was like all the time, and then of course Cardi. Like I know that whole ass album, frontwards and backwards. I also was feeling Chloe and Haley's "The Kids Are Alright" album. That was good.
MVP was singular.
No,
You can have co-MVPs.
Yeah, like who you?
So that's
what I was
fine.
saying-
Those are things I was listening to. It wasn't like ooh, it's one person.
Okay.
And I also don't listen to rap as much as y'all do. So.
You don't have to. We're just asking your personal music MVP.
My rookie is. That's not a rap.
Who do you think had a more successful year for you, Vanna, for MVP?
Like music
Cardi,
that
yeah,
you
Cardi,
Okay.
Cardi
So
took
Cardi
that
Came
one.
out the bitch like, ew. She like, and like the fact that she was on everyone's fucking late night TV show, killing it. She did her fucking SNL thing, pregnant, like killed it. And that's how she revealed that she was pregnant. And then I was just watching fucking Carpool Karaoke. That shit had me in tears. And then she co-hosted. You know she was the first person to co-host with Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah.
That's never happened before.
Yeah.
Did the whole fucking show.
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon, thank you. One of the Jimmys, one of the white
Yeah.
boys. Anyway.
Damn.
They all look alike. Anyway.
We're not getting invited.
Step too far.
We're not getting invited. There it goes.
Step too far.
You know I don't give zero fucks. But yeah, Jimmy Fallon. That was the first time anyone's ever co-hosted with him, and that blew me the fuck
The reason
away.
why I even asked that is because it, like, finally, and I gotta say finally, Janelle Monáe got nominated. You know what I'm saying for what is it? What did she get nominated for?
Not album of the year?
Huh?
Not album of the year.
Was
was
it
it?
She got a
album of the
Grammy
year or
nomination.
R&B album of the year?
Album of the year. for
Probably R&B album of the year.
Yeah, R&B. But she got nominated. She's been putting out work for long. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to take anything away from Cardi at all, because she's definitely fought for this, and her album and singles afterwards have been very consistent.
You know,
And her work ethic has been very consistent as well. But, you know, Janelle's been in a long time. You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't think I know a black woman alive to this day that doesn't know Janelle and kind of like look to her as like some kind of like idol. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, maybe Cardi's like a bigger idol, but women know Janelle Monáe. Black women know
But
Janelle.
it's a different, well, you have to also remember, like, they talk to the wider audience of women of color, but they talk to different demographics within our demographic.
Okay.
Like, Janelle Monáe is a way more mature voice.
Okay.
She can get hood and shit, but that's not really her lane. She is very intellectual. Her verses are, you know, she has a lot of double, triple entendres in her shit, which, you know, a lot of people like. Yeah. And then she has such a wide variety of musical background references. Like, I forgot which song it was, but she used a Stevie Wonder song in one of her songs. And every time I hear it, I'll think about it. I'm like, I love that hook. I hear it and I always know how to place it. She used I feel like she's a lot of Prince, Morris Day kind of vibes in this album.
She also performed for Prince too.
Right. Yeah. So like, but these are her points of reference for what her musical inspiration is. Where Cardi, she's a rapper. Like Janelle can rap, but Janelle can sing and rap. Cardi's just she can rap, and she comes from a completely different way of life than Janelle.
That's a totally different scope.
Yeah, that's a totally different scope. But at the same time, it speaks to how you can have two completely different artists in a similar pool, and it can speak to both sides of a woman. Like, I can get ratchet, I can turn the fuck up and want to fuck a bitch up, but then I want to vibe out and be like, yeah, bitch, I'm fly, stinky, and everything. You like it, I love it, right? Like, so it can definitely speak to both sides, the duality of women. So
fair
that's
enough.
why I think both of them are definitely, they killed it this year.
Who was your MVP, Danny?
See, it's a tough year for me because I'm looking through my title albums for the year, and there's so much shit on here that I really fuck with.
Are any of them not from England?
UK rap.
Fair question.
No grind.
My MVP of the year is pretty generic, but yeah, I'll be honest. It's Aubrey.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, listen. People be like, yo, Drake's a fuckboy. He's a yada, yada, yada. Whatever. The shit knocks, damn it. Okay? It
consistently.
Knocks.
He gave Meek his career back, goddammit. You got some juice.
And listen, and also, he releases so many hits that his old hits get buried by new hits, right? Yeah. So it's not like his music fades. It's just like he already has a new hit by the time you're just like, yo, this song, this new shit is also hot, right? I'll give you an example. At the top of the year, God's Plan was released as an EP for Scary Hours. It wasn't even originally on Scorpion. It was also released with Diplomatic Immunity. Right? Yeah. And then when you look at the actual album Scorpion, when it came out, people gave it mixed reviews because it had a singing side and a rap side.
Right.
The reviewers are like, this is meh. This quality of the work is going down. End of the year, what's the most dominant album? Scorpion, right? And it was because I think Drake knows how to be Drake at this point, which is a weird statement, but like,
no,
he is an artist that knows how to make what he does well.
He's created a lane. He's like, this is my lane. You like it or you don't. Guess what? All bitches love me.
Drake's lane.
Yeah.
That's what he's created his own lane.
Like, you can't do what the fuck he does.
Nah, I was nobody say, can. We always bring this up, especially our rappers are like, oh, I'm in my own lane. No, the fuck you not. You sound like so-and-so and so-and-so. Right. You just don't want beef. Drake definitely has his sound, and he has his own lane. Consistent.
But then he's also not afraid to use
other sounds. Yes.
Yes.
100%. People call that wave hopping. Fine. Whatever.
No,
but
if you're wave hopping, if you starting the wave, bitch, what the fuck you talking about?
I'm my own wave.
Right.
Man.
Like,
stay with
Aquaman, nigga. What the fuck? Like, you starting your own wave.
We can call it wave hopping, okay? And some of us are learning to swim, and others are Kelly Slater. Okay? If you don't know who that is, you'll get that reference later. It's okay.
They throwing out lifesaver. I need a vest.
So let's take a look at the hits from Scorpion. You got God's Plan. You got Nice for What. You got Non-Stop. Then you have, I'm sorry, that Travis Scott Sicko Mode. I can't be the only person that skips Travis's part.
I don't like
I
it.
cannot be the only person that skips Juice. Do you skip Travis's part?
Who I am.
It's not that Travis's part is bad. It's just like, I'm just not here for this. Like, I'm not here for this. Like,
Travis is about to get skipped in total.
We're going to get to that in a minute.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute.
So what I was gonna say is, you know what makes that part so better is like you go throughout the whole song, right? And it sounds like it's like 2 or 3 different songs, but then you get to the last part and you're like out like a, and it just like picks up, and of course you
because it is 3 different songs. You could fucking hear that because the beginning. First of all,
What I mean
that
is, like-
that beginning with Drake, I want to hear the rest of that song.
Yeah.
I want to hear the rest of that song. I'm like, I don't know why you cut this shit off so Travis could start singing. Ain't nobody here for this shit.
That beat alone was fire. That needed to be the song.
Because I'm like, I'm like, well, what the fuck invited this nigga to this
She's in
fucking
love
album?
with
This
who
is
I
his
am.
shit. Take him off.
So we'll come through and also bring those yams.
One of my personal favorites from Scorpion is Jaded. I like highly
fucks with
emotional
Jaded.
Aubrey. I know people they take fun of the Aubrey to sing it. Whatever, okay?
That's October's very own. Goddamn it.
Don't act like you've never been in the club a little smizzed and just be like, fuck that nigga.
Are you drunk
You
right
looking
now?
at that one chick in the club.
I'm just saying you could do better. Listen,
Y'all are funny.
I thought he had a really great year, and I think he's like, I'm going to compare him to LeBron. Here's why. When people are really good at what they do, you don't start judging them by other people. You judge them against themselves. And because he's been performing at this rate for so long, it's not impressive to people anymore, but it's insane, right? Think about it. Next year, February, is the 10th anniversary of So Far Gone.
Damn.
Yeah.
10 years since So Far Gone. February is 10 years since So Far Gone dropped.
Babyface Drake with the fade?
Yeah.
And the
Yo, the Say You Will freestyle? Come on, son. Like this decade is defined by this Negro. Even hits from other people, a lot of the biggest ones, is him on it, right? Remember when a few years ago he said everything sounded like Drake featuring Drake? Facts!
He called it out.
Facts!
Goddamn.
Listen, he had a great year. I like the music. And I appreciate it. Especially in the era where Kanye obviously stopped caring. If you don't know, that used to be my favorite artist, but that nigga just gave up. Because if you listen, I didn't listen to his new album. I was like, I'm not doing this. And then he had a collab album with a Kid Cudi. I don't listen to Kid Cudi albums, so I'm definitely going to listen to a Kid Cudi and a Kanye album. I'm out on 2 levels. Like, this is not happening.
Oh, you got drugs. No,
Oh,
thanks.
yo, years ago, Kid Cudi talked about liquid cocaine, and that's when I learned cocaine could be liquid. I said, what? He's like, yeah, I used to take liquid cocaine to get high, and I'd take some down. I'm like, whoa. I didn't know none of this shit. Like, I didn't know you are a crackhead. Sorry. Sorry. Listen, I know substance abuse isn't funny. You should all get treatment, but that's some crackhead shit. Like, we need to start. By the way, Famous Dex fell asleep on his IG. You saw that? My son had the lean. Did you see that? They trying to make an argument like, oh, no, it's not the... I don't know what a crackhead look like.
I'm not saying
You
you're a
fell
crackhead.
asleep
You're just a little crackish.
standing up.
You got crack like a tendencies.
You fell asleep standing up mid-conversation.
How?
Son. Yo, listen.
gotta take it
Mac
down
Miller already pieced out way too early off of this shit. At some point, y'all niggas really need to start I'm not making fun of dude. I'm being very serious. I need to start internalizing this. Y'all making way too much money and too young to be doing this sort of shit. This is for later when the music starts slapping. This is when you 40 and nobody care about you no more. Like this is not when you in the middle of the shit. This don't make no sense. Like y'all never seen Behind the Music? They do this shit when the record stops selling. Like not while the records are selling, when they stop selling. You ahead of the curve.
Your ass gonna end up on Unsung.
Oh Lord. Not on song.
You be fucked up out here.
Yo, speaking of which, did y'all see Orlando Brown on Dr. Phil?
No.
I didn't see the whole episode because I'm not watching Dr. Phil. But clips are on IG. He looked cracked out. I'm not trying to be funny. This is the only terminology that can accurately illustrate what people look like.
He stopped taking his meds. Because he's
Son,
First of all,
once you
this nigga
smoke
stopped-
meth,
he's-
we done.
He stopped taking his actual medication and began to take meth. Oh, okay.
son.
So that's
Yo,
not some.
you
And
know
he has
what's crazy?
children. He couldn't remember his kids' names. He had like snake eye contacts on.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah, he
it was.
did.
I was like, oh god.
You know what's crazy?
I really struggle
I want to know
to
if his
empathize
drug
with people with
dealer knows
substance
other
abuse.
drug dealers, or if it's the same drug dealer that gives out drugs to the actors, and how rich that drug dealer is. Because this man, I
Like the
know
one
he's
that gave
making
Mac
some
Miller
money.
the drugs and was doing interviews.
Yeah,
That was white privilege personified. My son talking about drugs that you killed a client and he on TV doing interview. I never seen this before. Yeah, I sold him that shit. You know, then I'm like, is this not a crime
he doesn't
still?
even- yo, I'm
Are we
looking
not
at
still
this-
charging me with this shit?
CCE, copy.
I'm just looking at his face. He doesn't even look like he know he's there. Like he's just.
All right, so we did MVP. So Juice, who's your MVP?
My rookie is Don Q.
Mhm.
Hi, Bridge.
I'm gonna have to go with him. Wait, and myself. I did
Yeah.
9,000 streams.
Yeah, clap it up for that, man.
Right?
Hey, you want to come promote the album a little bit? Like, don't be out here gonna drop yourself and then don't promote the album.
No album this year, man. I did Sugar Water like in the summer, but yeah, just
Whatever, so that shit's still hot. Go download and stream that. All right.
Sugar water, juice cannon.
Now, for my rookie, okay, see, this was a hard one because there was a lot of new niggas in the
Non-UK.
game.
I got I know my rookie.
Fuck you.
Right, America, this side of the pond, damn it.
Listen, I'm going to have to do some co-rookies, okay?
Oh,
I'm going to have to do a co. I can't choose one, okay? So my first rookie of the year is an artist I didn't take seriously when he first dropped, but now I've been listening to his shit and I fucks with it.
if you say Jocka's, I'm
Lil Baby, okay?
Okay.
Drip Too Hard. Okay, this is another record. Like, I know people love Gunna. I don't understand why. He could leave the song. I don't know. I don't even know when he comes on. I'm like, all right, click. Anyway, Lil Baby could rap, but because his flow is so sing-songy, you just think he's like everybody else. And then one day, you ever like have your shit on shuffle, and then you're like, who is this?
Right?
Like-
Yes, that's how
and that's
it is.
exactly how I was like, oh, this nigga can actually rap. Yo, this shit is nice. So shout out to Lil Baby. He is definitely like my main rookie of the year. And then for the other people, it's UK. I don't give a fuck. I said it.
I was ready to Google it too. What's this guy's name? Shyster?
No, my rookie of the year is MIS to the fucking T, Mist. Because he had the Game Changer video. Juice, I showed you the other day. You were making fun of his shorts. Those were funny shorts.
She was real life shorts.
I think I got way too comfortable in Kenya. Anyway. Way too comfortable. Anyway. He had bars for days. Videos was popping, rapping his ass off. And a few honorable mentions, Mist, and a few others. I'll get back to you. I got to look through. It's a long-ass list of good
So
music
I'm
this
gonna
year.
go while you
Oh,
figure your
Bugsy.
life out.
And sorry, one more.
Here we go.
Tiana Taylor. I love Tiana Taylor's 7-track album. She did not love Tiana Taylor's 7-track album. But someone who doesn't often listen to R&B, I kept coming back to that shit. I love the videos.
That's the
I
one-
thought it was a dope vibe.
That's
It's
the one
produced
where
by
she didn't release
Kanye.
all her. Oh yeah. That was
Yeah.
I feel bad because she's riding that wave with fucking Kanye, Big Brother.
But it got good reviews.
No,
she
no,
she
I'm
just
saying,
hates the
I
shit.
feel like she could be a better or bigger. She's a good artist, and she could be a bigger artist if the people that were helping her
Better management?
had their shit together.
She's just signed a Rock Nation. I mean, they got vision. I'm sorry. Just go with the winning team.
You know what? I'll just say this. I
She's
think
loyal
this
to-
might be
she's
like
loyal
a.
to Ye. That's what it is. She's loyal to him.
She's been loyal for a minute.
And I don't know if
since
that's because they fucked
My
in the
Dark Twisted
past,
Fantasy.
or if that's just a Big
Oh.
Brother, Big. No, I'm not.
No, they used to
I'm not
date.
alluding. I'm
Okay,
asking. Like I
okay.
don't know if that was.
No, they used to date. That's not a secret.
Right. So see that. Well, there that goes.
You didn't know that?
Let me
I
tell
didn't care
you.
for it.
Sidebar. Your artist used to fuck, nigga. Get the. What is she? No. Kim just be letting shit slide too goddamn much. That's
What do you mean?
Fucking crazy now.
Oh,
Vanna, Kim got a sex tape.
That was year. Wait a minute. That was years
Nah.
before them.
Nah.
That has nothing to
We
do
can
with
get
a
up.
minute.
That sex-
Well, we not
You
gonna
have
do
a
that.
top-selling
sex tape
porn
is
video.
so prevalent. People do shit like that to get on.
No, I'm saying like you got to stop selling porn video. You can't then in that same breath be
No,
like,
I'm not
you
saying-
can't be
no,
around
no, no.
artists that you used to smash.
And also, it's not
That
like
nigga
Kim-
Rachel had a
Okay,
song
okay.
called I Hate It
Be-
First.
Because he was a jackass.
What is Kim really known for?
Listen. I'm okay. I'm
Real talk.
I'm
A real talk.
speaking from a marital.
I understand.
We understand that.
I understand.
would never
I understand.
I would never.
But you would never get caught out here with a sex tape either.
But anyway,
But also, they both dated around in Hollywood, right? So,
Yeah,
and they
no,
both dated
everyone fucked
high-profile
everybody at
people.
some point.
It's like,
Everyone
what's
sharing the
CA
same
going to do?
vaginas and
Square up
penis
with every
juices
time
at
they
this
see
point.
like Nick Cannon
Well,
or
you'll end up
Marquise
like Cam
Houston
Louise.
or Reggie Bush? Like,
Yeah, the only
so-
one he ain't winning right there is Reggie Bush. Everybody else is like, all right, he got a fair shot.
Nah, I think Nick Cannon beat his ass.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
San
But
Diego's
anyway,
very own.
I digress. My rookie of the year is none other Bed-Stuy. Is it Bed-Stuy? Lakai 47. She is a rapper. I love her shit. Her flow is mean, and I tried to tell Danny about it. He was like, "Who is this chick?" I'm
I
like,
think I listened to her on a EDM track. I can't remember who.
right.
Yeah.
I think because Skrillex put her on.
Yeah, I think it might have been him.
Because he personally invited her to perform on his shit
Okay.
a few years ago. But she's featured twice on Insecure's latest Seasons album.
Mm-hmm.
And then the funny thing is, I listened to her a few times. Like, okay, I like this. The main song that she's known for is Girl Blunt. And that, I don't smoke, but nigga, I fucking smoke for that shit. This shit is a girl blunt. He smoke girl. I was like, this shit is fire. Then she came even harder with fucking Reload. And actually, Highbridge sent me a link to an Instagram video with someone doing choreography. And I noticed if I can get sucked in with someone doing dance to your song, I'm more apt to listen to it.
Yeah.
So he sent it to me. I'm like, yo, this shit fucking knock. And I was like, this whole fucking song is fire. Then I started listening to a whole album. I'm like, yo, I feel left out. Because then there's another one she has, and it's basically saying how you need to just be able to pose everywhere in the fucking city and just act stupid. I'm like, this is shit that girls do. So it's like she's hood, but then she's also real with it. And she's like 2 pounds soaking wet. She's mad tiny, and her nails are like 10 feet long. She's real fucking cool.
Have you been listening to an artist named Tierra Whack? Her name been buzzing, but I haven't heard her shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard her shit either.
Oh, you know who I
Just
do
a
like?
little bit, right?
Bia.
Yo, Danny.
Oh, I know Bia.
I like her.
She got that song Whip It.
She has that, and then there's Freak. If you wanna freak that shit, because the chick that's rapping on his name is Bia. I like that song. That song is fire.
Okay.
Who else? Who's our?
There's so many people on this list.
Well, you know, like Lakai 47 is definitely she's my MVP.
This is dope. Like, we're in a space where we can talk about multiple artists who are out. Some people may know that are listed, some people may not. And it's like different MVPs for different reasons. I don't think anybody really has the same selection.
You know, not at all.
Like I got an MVP, but she's technically not an MVP by date, but she's new to me, and I just really started to appreciate her music.
You mean
this
Rookie of
year.
the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her.
Oh, the singer, her.
Yes.
Yeah, she can sing.
Her shit, like
I like
everything
her.
that she's done that I found, I
laugh at me, Vaughn.
really, really love.
Listen, I live in a house where there's a cat, and every now and again you hear the little click clack, and you should be like, "Where are you, cat? Where are like?"
This one left. Where the hell?
We're listening to the noise in the background.
Oh, ignore
Trying
that.
to figure it out.
So, Chris, her. What album? What is there a song that caught your attention?
Honestly, no, bro. I listened to the whole album back and forth.
Damn. Okay. What's the name of the album? Do you know?
What the best part with Daniel Caesar?
Daniel Caesar?
Daniel Caesar's fire too.
That song is fire.
Yeah, I just got put on to him this year through her,
Yeah.
and his shit bangs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to a lot of R&B, literally outside of Tiana Taylor and Drake, basically.
I'm in a functional relationship, man. I ain't got a choice. I got to keep my ear to these lovely streets, right, Sage?
Damn right, nigga.
All right, ma'am.
My MVP?
No, Rookie of the Year.
Oh, rookie?
Didn't you already say MVP?
Yeah, I was going
Yeah.
to say. I'm going to give it to Cardi. Screw it. I'm tapping out Cardi.
So Rookie and MVP are the same?
I mean, shit.
Damn, okay, you're right. I mean, it's a first debut. Okay.
All her tracks are going gold. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
can't call Drake a rookie.
This is true. All right, these are the last two categories for music before we move on. Most improved, like they got better, you feel? And disappointment.
Jaden.
Like some music you're looking forward to, then you heard it, you just like, oh, man. I want to start. The disappointment of the year, Nas.
Yeah?
Nas is the disappointment of the year.
Good form.
That Kanye produced album was basura.
Oh.
Listen, his
He had a great
song
didn't he?
on Swiss Beats album is better than the entirety of that Kanye album. How about
Shout
that?
out the kid, bro.
And it hadn't. That's a terrible song. It's so generically Nas at this point. Like he does this shit all the time. That's why when he did the Swiss Beats record, it stood out to me so much because it's like Nas in his pocket, but it sounds so fresh, so energetic, so alive. Versus
Swiss
this
Beats,
like
the monster.
this like predictable Nas that Kanye did. I couldn't. I was like, they've done good tracks before. By the way, I'm not hating it because Kanye produced it. They've done good music together, Kanye and Nas. I don't know what happened with this album. That was just like,
It's the MAGA hat, babe.
I don't even understand. I couldn't
The
understand.
MAGA hat. Threw shit off.
My most improved, I gotta give it to Logic. Here's why. There's his albums that came out last year were his most successful, but they're the shit I least cared about. Because those were like Logic going for he was going for the Ellen DeGeneres crowd. I'm gonna say it that way, right? Those are like that's music made for Ellen DeGeneres. It's not me. I'm not being derogatory. I just mean like when I first started listening to Logic, it was mixtape Logic.
Right.
Mixtape Logic,
You
and
got that afterwards.
that's why I like it.
Right.
This year, he was like, okay, y'all, I guess.
Nah, I think
He did. He put out 2. He put out Bobby Tarantino 2 and Why Young Sinatra 4.
Yeah, Young Sinatra.
Those
4,
are
that's what it
both
was.
mixtape energy Logic.
Yep.
I fucks with that.
Yeah.
Most improved.
That Wu-Tang track, bro.
Yo.
Fire.
Listen, my favorite thing Logic did wasn't even a Logic bar. In the beginning of his track, when he was taking shots to Joyner Lucas, he has his business manager on the intro talking crazy.
Danny's favorite fucking
I love it because his business manager is like, I'm blah blah blah, and I manage Logic's money, and I'm just here to say he's rich as fuck.
He's paid. That is Danny's favorite track on that whole.
Somebody pull out the yellow measuring tapes.
I would so have my lawyer on the track talking shit.
That money long, nigga.
Mention your retainer. We out here.
Run it down the strip with your shirt off, Danny.
So like Nas' disappointment. I don't think Nas' career is over. This isn't like one of those albums where like you think, okay, you ain't got it no more. This is more of just like rushed. Because the other albums that Kanye and the other artists made were, I like the Tiana Taylor record. I like the Pusha T record. I told you I'm not listening to no Cudi record. And I did listen to the Ye record.
Established.
Yeah, so like, but like that's 2 out of 4. So I don't understand why with Nas, someone who's already worked with, why he couldn't get together. And shout out to Logic for going back to his roots, because it's not that he stopped rapping. I don't want to make it sound like that. It's just that like.
He had a different message in that.
He did a high concept album where you were in outer space and he was going on a journey. Me not care for that.
That was the number for the mental health hotline or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, listen, those are all positive. I support it.
And the second one,
Not here for that.
came out.
Yeah, that's not what you turn on.
I'm not here for that. I'm sorry.
What you tuning in for?
Like
For everybody, but that
It's the
came out.
same-
Everybody came out in 2017, but that was more so of a conversation he was having with his morality.
I
And that's-
understand.
and
I don't
fuck it, that
fault
is-
him for that.
No, I know, but like you said, that's you like mixtape Logic.
100%.
I like mixtape Logic a little bit, but I like this was like a completely thought out album. He had conversations with God.
Yep.
He had it wasn't the dude. Wasn't that his
Neil
voice?
deGrasse Tyson was on it.
Yes. No. The other one. Who was the guy that was talking to Neil deGrasse? Isn't that the dude that's on the Fox TV show now? It sounded like him at least. I'll do research.
As a general rule, high concept albums are not my thing. Like
Clearly that's
not what you
that's
hit
my
play
shit,
for.
because I love them.
The only times that works for me is Kendrick Lamar. Because when Kendrick was talking to Pac, that hit me right here, son. When he was having those real ass conversations with Pac, and then the end Pac's dead, and he's just like, Pac, damn. So beyond that, or a J. Cole, like KOD came and went, like no offense Cole, like this was a cool album. I thought it was pretty good. It was definitely better than the last ones. For Your Eyes Only, I am not mature enough to appreciate that album.
I love the shit out that album.
I
bro.
told you. You see it? There's a difference. You're in a different space, my brother. You're in a different space, okay? I'm trying to hear What's Out for My LA Sisters.
Lame niggas can't tell the difference.
What's out for a nigga who knows?
Know what I'm saying? That is a gospel I will sing all the time.
But yeah, and also Surprise. Shout out to Surprise album. I didn't bump the Carter's album like heavily, but when it came out for that solid 2 weeks, woo,
I enjoyed the visuals for that album. I really did.
Yeah. I didn't like the song that the Migos wrote for them though. Everyone loves that shit. What's that shit? That trap shit that they did? I couldn't fucking stand it. What was it?
Going ape shit?
Ape shit?
I couldn't stand
I could tell
that
that they
record.
wrote that. I didn't. Yeah, that was it.
I was just like, what the fuck? No.
But I think I don't know. I think I like Beyonce's presence on that track most. Anyway, I'm gonna go for it. I think the categories are the best album,
Most improved.
Sorry,
and disappointment.
Disappointment. I'm stuck between disappointment. The Carter 5
Woo!
or Kamikaze.
Woo!
With Eminem. All right. I'm gonna give it to Carter 5 because at least with Kamikaze, I think there's like 1 or 2 tracks I can bump. I don't know their names.
That Jordan Lucas record?
Yeah.
Lucky me.
yeah. You know, whereas the Carter 5, no. Just no.
I don't even know a track on Carter 5, to be honest
Exactly. No. Most improved. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. Amine from Caroline.
I know.
He released 1.5, and I've actually been listening to that too. It's actually pretty dope. I don't think he gets the credit that he does, but I'm pretty sure he's like touring. He's doing really good. It's actually pretty dope. So I'll give him that.
All right.
What's that? That YouTube star that he does the intro for Reel It In. It's funny. You know what I'm saying? But I like his flowetry. I really like his flowetry and lyrics. Really.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
What you got for disappointment, Vanna?
Nikki.
Okay. I mean,
she needs to just go somewhere.
Oh shit.
Goddamn.
You haven't explained why.
Like, I don't see and hear any growth in anything she says.
No,
like,
you're
it's
right.
the same shit. My ass is fat. I got bad bitches around me. I can't afford shit that you can't.
Hold on. I think I got that for you.
You know what's funny about that? Because I'm not taking shots. That's what people who hate Beyonce say.
Here's the thing. Beyonce went from saying I can afford the Gucci to I'm doing a video in the fucking Louvre. That is fucking different, nigga. That is different. The bitch did a fucking video in the Louvre.
Shaking ass in the Louvre.
No, that's not when she had the Negro having his hair braided in front of the Mona Lisa.
Yes.
It's like, y'all motherfuckers icons, goddamn.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Nicki, to me, she's
Different
been doing
cloth
the
talk,
same
bro.
exact thing since she's been out. She's just got more. She's got more commercial because when she first came out, she was all extra and avant-garde and now she dumbed it down to make it more appealing for the regular niggas that want to see her ass all the time. I'm over that shit. If you would have just stick to that shit from the beginning, sis, I'd have been okay. Because that would have been like, oh, okay, this is who you are. Yeah. Lady Gaga did that. Lady Gaga was like, I'm out here wearing Alexander McQueen 10 fucking foot stilettos to a fucking show. I'm wearing a meat fucking dress.
Like a legendary meat dress.
Like, Lady Gaga did whatever the fuck she wanted. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to back off. But she had a reason for everything she did. She went on fucking speaking tours and talked to her fans and talked to different universities to explain why the industry is pimping her out. Then she did a whole fucking thing with what's this old white man's name?
Tony Bennett.
Thank you. Then she did a whole fucking tour with Tony Bennett.
This is true. That caught me off guard. I was just like,
but that's the thing, because she's a classically trained artist and musician. I have more respect for Lady Gaga because I can see a transition and that makes sense to me. The only reason why Nicki disappears because her ass shot's fucked up and she need to get a fucking revamp. I don't got respect for that. I don't. Don't sit the fuck somewhere and rest your ass since you can't do shit with a shake on it or get it fucked up. Okay?
I'm going to agree with Vanna Sage.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, no, because one of my cousin put this out, and he was like, I think Nicki's problem as a rapper is that she's shown almost no growth. Her flow is the same. The lyrical content is the same. You know, pussy, all us bitches are sons, etc. And her music from any year sounds exactly the same.
It does.
And I was like, whoa.
And then, like, here's the thing. I should be
She's changed certain things and a few dancehall beats, but it's just the same. And I'm like, when he said that, I was like, yo.
I have seen no growth. I've seen no growth.
Shout out to you, Cuzzo. Mm-hmm.
Like, and then think about it. And if you listen to someone's music, you should almost be able to tell what decade or almost what year was written. Mm-hmm. When you listen to Nicki, it's like, what the bitch did she just start off?
She doesn't
popular and fabulous and all these things. Her mixtapes were popping.
Yeah, definitely.
Her mixtapes were popping. I love Itty Bitty Pity. Like, I fucks with that. I love that Nicki.
Which bitch?
But then she's like, it's like, oh, I'm rich and all this shit. I don't have to talk about that. I'm like, oh, okay, but you still gotta be kind of relatable. Or if you want to be gold to people, you still got to be able to talk about the shit that you had to go through to get to where the fuck you at. But you're so busy trying to have a perfect image of how you're this and you're that. But at the end of the day, everyone that fucking knows you knows how you got there, bitch.
You know what's weird about her?
I do want to add one line.
Because she has a lot of boss moves that she could brag about in the vein of like a Jay-Z as a businesswoman.
Yeah, but you didn't do shit by yourself. You had it with your fucking big brother behind you, bitch. You didn't do shit by yourself.
That doesn't mean anything. I'm saying she could still talk about it, but she doesn't like talk about her business moves.
The actual shit that she can brag about, she don't brag about.
Yeah, that's the weird part. Like, she has multi-million-dollar companies and doesn't mention them unless it's promo. I'm like, you could talk about this shit in your music to young women and talk about how to be a boss.
That would take creativity. She doesn't have that.
She don't do. You know what she does? She has a team that does all the creative shit for them, and she just signs her name to it. She don't fucking run none of these shits. You know who runs their fucking company and makes buku money off of it? Fucking Jessica Simpson. Let me ask any fucking female. They will fucking go to a fucking Burlington Coat factory right now and bust down every fucking clearance out and get that other shoe to the shoe that they need for fucking Jessica Simpson for $20. Jessica Simpson is killing it in fashion, low key, and people don't give her the credit. But guess what? She's fat and happy, chilling, making this fucking money.
Life goals, bro.
Raising up.
No, it's gonna sound like I'm throwing shade, but I'm not throwing shade. She targeted a market that everybody ignores, which is the basic people. Yeah. And I'm not trying to be funny. Because people always go for the high fashion, the cool.
Right.
Most niggas sound cool, myself included. And we want to buy clothes. So
I can't afford Prada. I can't afford fucking, Louis and shit all the time. How about I need a basic black shoe that'll cost more than $40? There you go. Thank you, Jessica. So Jessica's actually involved in her shit. Is Nikki involved in her shit? Because she releases certain things and then it's like for 2 seconds, well, it's popular because it's pink everywhere. And then it's over. Like, I'm over her.
I think one of the things I just want to add on to, because you're right. I'm agreeing with you 100%. I'm falling back, Fauna. No, seriously, because you know what?
Oh my God, he's conceded.
The one time it's on record, right?
Right.
Nah, because like another thing too is like to be the great, you have to go against others that are upcoming, right?
Yeah.
With the exception of like Foxy Brown.
She has not taken
right.
Her
I don't know
spotlight.
any other female that's been featured on Nicki Minaj's as a rapper.
No, I'm about to say she doesn't do that.
She doesn't do. Why wouldn't you?
Because she's fucking threatened. I don't like that shit. Don't talk about fucking women empowerment and shit, and then you refuse to have a fucking female rapper. Like the fact that you only work with men. Mm-hmm. Okay, I understand it's a very male, penis-driven industry. Okay, I understand
she definitely talks about that.
She does, right? But then I have a very big problem with her overtly sexualization of everything. Like, just like, oh God, I could have just went to KOD and watched this shit.
Can I say like I felt like in the beginning she wasn't as sexualized. She was hiding her ass a lot.
Her ass shots weren't ready yet.
Okay, maybe. Okay, I'll throw back.
She said them ass shots wore off.
She said the shit.
That's why we saw her shaking. And everybody was like, "Oh my God, she got an ass." It's because it can freely move now.
Right.
That's all.
She admitted to that shit.
What was the second category?
It was disappointment and most improved.
So my most improved.
I'm sorry.
I had to get off my
That's
fucking
cool.
chest.
It's cool.
I completely lost everything. I forgot what I was searching for on my phone and everything. I was like, damn. Fuck Nikki. I ain't even hate her that much, but goddamn, we about to go down that path.
The barb's about to come for us.
Is Ariana Grande. I know y'all like, what the fuck? Ariana Grande has had a really rough year. And I know you're like, how? Her ex passed away. People took it out on her.
Yes,
and
they did.
She's like, nigga, I did not push the pill in his fucking mouth. I actually tried to get him into rehab. I tried to get him off of the...
Which is a crazy thing that she had to explain herself. No, seriously. I can understand...
Like, she couldn't grieve in that moment. No. She had to automatically come to her own defense.
All right. We'll talk. I'm going to let you finish. Like, if Meek Mill, right?
Like,
or if Safari, let's just say... committed suicide.
Yep, Nicki might have got blamed for that.
Right, and I can understand that. That's not the case with her.
That's part of the whole male fragility thing. Like, oh my God, why did you leave me?
I'm not gonna fight you on that just yet.
Nigga, we're both artists.
I found that moment super weird as someone who's been listening to Mac Miller since he dropped his first mixtape.
Yeah.
Because if you've been listening to Mac Miller since he dropped his first mixtape, you know exactly the moment the drugs took over. Like, you heard it went from these happy-go-lucky rhymes to like, you're high. Like, all this music sounds like you're stoned out of your mind. And not off of weed. It's like whatever the fuck's in front of you.
Oh, wow.
So, like, for you to try to blame Ariana, because he was making those albums way before before Ariana Grande came in the picture. Because I remember he had a song with, I can't remember the damn name of the album, but he had a song with Ab-Soul called Matches. And that was the only song on the album I could listen to, because the rest of it was just like, this shit, nigga, you just sound so fucking high at your mind on this shit.
Right.
People's like praising it as some of his best work. I'm like, y'all gotta be high as him, because this shit is crazy. Like, I couldn't get it.
But basically, like, how I like Ariana because she's had a lot of ups and downs in her career. She started off as a fucking Nickelodeon star. And like, I didn't realize how funny she was until I live with my aunt, my cousin now. So he watches the show that she was on years ago.
Was it Victorious?
No, it was a different show. She was funny in that too. This is a different show. I'd be like, yo, she's really funny. She's a triple threat.
But she played dumb on that show, right?
She did, but it was like funny because she was vapid as hell. Like, I didn't think that she could really act.
Yeah.
Because I saw her later on in that show that was on Fox called, I think, Scream something. And I was like, oh, okay, but she was on there for 2 seconds. But then I saw her acting really ditzy, but she did ditzy funny. It wasn't like, oh God, this is painfully ditzy.
Yeah.
But she can sing her ass off. She's a triple threat. The whole thing with Mac Miller happened. That was unfortunate. Then she did the song Sorry Next.
Thank you next.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you next. Which basically in the first 2 seconds of the song, she basically had to mention the fact that she's upset that Mac passed away too.
Yeah.
You hear it? She goes,
yeah,
I had a dude named Malcolm, and now he's my angel.
Is that?
I was like, damn, you gotta even mention the shit to prostrate yourself to like, niggas, I know he died. I'm just as fucking sad as you. But then that whole album is fire though. Not for nothing.
Is that the song where she hits that high note too?
Is it?
I think that like a lot of her fan base was like YouTube reacting to that, and they were like, "Yes,
well,
bring it."
I remember I was watching the video recently, and she basically did an ode to all for girls, all our favorite teeny bopper movies. So she had like Mean Girls.
Okay. She
had Legally Blonde. She did Bring It On, and it was really cute. So in that way, I was like, oh yeah, I fucked with you because that was cute, and it was basically saying like, I really I'm fucking grateful that I have you as an ex right now because I learned a lot from your bullshit, and that is growth. Most women, when they're angry and they're upset, and especially the fucking shit show that she had in the relationships this past year, she turned it into a positive ass image of like, I'm accepting this shit. I'm reclaiming my time. Y'all niggas ain't gonna fucking shoot my shine down right now.
We have to admit, though, she does have a very specific type. Big Sean, Mac Miller, then Pete Davidson. Well, the last two are just drugged out. But Big Sean are like, it's like high profile, which is not a problem. But like the last two.
You better match my shine.
Maybe somebody she could save.
Also, she had a rough time with that fucking dress on that Aretha's fucking.
Take that cape off.
That shit was crazy.
Oh shit.
She had a rough time with that.
Damn.
Dress.
I mean,
I felt so bad for her. But she had a really interesting year.
Facts.
Yeah, so I definitely most improved and definitely handling it very well for her age, Ariana Grande.
Okay. Chris?
Most improved, I got Big Crit, bro.
Damn, most improved. Why
most
because like once I've been watching this once he got released from Def Jam.
Yeah.
And he's came out of the alcoholism and everything, and he's finally elevating to make the music that he wants to make consistently.
Yeah.
And he's staying independent. And he didn't put like too much out this year. But coming off Forever is a Mighty Long Time, I've been waiting for him to drop something, but I've been banging that album since he dropped it. And then, what was it? Trifecta? Yeah, Trifecta and Double Down. 5 songs. That's all I needed. I know he's swinging back 2019. Something's coming. But stayed on par with what I seen from him. So I was like, all right, we continuing down this path. There's no half stepping. It's like 5 steps forward, 3 steps back. We're not doing that dance. He's just going to keep on making bangers. So, yeah.
He has a freestyle that he did with the LA Leakers he was on his promo run for Forever is a Mighty Long Time. That's one of my favorite freestyles of all time. Just that shit was so crazy.
The only time I've ever seen Big Crit freestyle and not necessarily shine, I don't know, I'm going to take y'all back. I think it was it not the basement? It was somewhere where ASAP Rocky came on, and ASAP came out and he just like killed it. I was like, oh, even had Crit like, wow.
Oh, are you talking about that time when Vic Mensa blew niggas out the water?
No, I don't.
Because it was years ago when Vic Mensa was first starting to pop. He had the mixtape.
No, it was
and
Rocky.
ASAP Rocky was present. No, Rocky was present. It was called MTV Rap Fix. It was hosted by Sway. Rocky was present. I can't remember who else was. I think it might have been Bun B present. But they both went. But then Vic Mensa came on, and that was it. Everybody else was like, oh, this nigga can't. This nigga. I just came to do like a quick 4 bars and like Vic Mensa's like, nah, it's my time to shine. Fuck y'all.
Crit is that dude though. Crit is that dude. When you put me on the Crit, I listen to him. Crit is
we saw him live.
Yo,
Live, he could fucking show up.
Yo, yeah, we saw him live. Yeah. Yo, he talks, you listen. Real talk.
Yeah.
He talks, you listen.
Yeah.
He be putting content in his shit heavy.
Yeah. Was it disappointment? Shit that came out, you just like, oh, come on, man.
I fucks with them both the long way, pause. But that Beloved with Dave East and Styles P,
yeah,
it didn't work.
What was it? The beats? The
Yeah, bro. It just like as a whole project didn't really work well. Like I like them together and I like the back and forth and but the concept didn't pan out well. That one let me down. I still listen to it.
4 albums this year.
Yes, he did. That man was busy and got Juices for Life going, getting the hood healthy. But yeah, that album didn't work.
Yeah, I feel Dave East needs a switch in production. I know he likes very specific beats, but he needs, he needs No ID when Big Sean was about to drop. No ID had a conversation with him that I remember for these other new artists. And No ID, you know what No ID said to Big Sean, Juice? No ID said, the beats you picking, you have 2 choices. You can be a mixtape rapper forever, or you can sell records. Which one you want to do? And it's not like don't stop rapping. It's just more of this like, if you're going to keep doing the same thing as before, you're going to be the same person as you were before.
And your money going to look the same.
Yeah. And I feel there's a lot of new guys that haven't had that conversation with a producer that could be like, no, this ain't it. And you know who I feel is going to have a big-ass year next year? I'm calling it right now. JID.
Yeah,
Because here's why. JID can rap his ass off, but I'm not a fan of his beat selection. I'm really not. Because like they emphasize his words, which is what you're here for if you listen to JID, but they can do better at that. And I heard through the grapevine that JID is working with No ID. So that album's coming next year. So I'm going like, this is your moment, my brother. Like if there's any moment to pop, this is it.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
All right. The last one. This is the last music conversation. Last music conversation. Who do you think, music-wise, had the wildest year? Like, just the wildest ups and downs in the last year. Just like, what the fuck is happening in your life?
Specifically, like, with music specifically?
Like,
or
it played into their music, and it played out the studio, and it came back into their music. Like, they lived that music. Like, that pain, that struggle,
Kanye,
it
so
lived it.
I'm giving that shit to Meek, bro.
I'm going with Meek because I don't.
I'm going with Tekashi. That nigga started off the year with 6ix9ine this, 6ix9ine that, ended of the year in jail.
Can't say Treyway.
Facts, he in jail.
But I mean, I don't know. That shit panned out how? He in jail Juice?
Yeah.
Guard! Shoot that ass up, young fella. Nah, but yo, like, listen, when he came out, I was like my thing is, I always look for authenticity. We came up in that era where you couldn't pop that shit if you wasn't about that shit. Somebody come see you about it. He literally just started rapping, and you popping hard shit with nobody co-signing you. Like, you actually did any of this.
Let's not say nobody co-signed.
Listen, bro. His actions. That's what I'm saying. Nobody co-signing that you doing the shit that you say you did, or talking all that shit. Like, you basically doing hip hop mosh pit rap. All right, cool, whatever. But you ain't gonna be in that mosh pit. You just providing the music. Then stay in that lane. But don't talk all that gangster shit and then run around the goddamn U.S. pop and fly to real motherfucking gangsters. One, somebody tried to come see you. Two, You didn't think the feds was going to be listening the whole goddamn time you running around making this much noise? And then when you get up in it, oh, you're not a gangster, you're not a gang member. TMZ. You were in a whole goddamn bandana outfit.
Remember the truck in the video?
Come on, son.
Remember the truck?
Stop it. Stop it.
Listen, whatever you may think about it, I'm just saying, musically, he was at the highest high, and now was at the lowest low. He went from 8 for 8 to looking at 32. Okay? Like, you gotta understand, like, they ain't no, the only person that can have a comparable year is Meek Mill. Because at the top of this year, he was in a cell eating ramen noodles. And at the bottom of this year, he's having an interview with Elliot Wilson in a fur coat talking about his super successful album, which no one could have assumed he would have released because his last joints weren't tracking. Like, people thought this was it. All right? Like, this was, and then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, you can still rap. Yep. And you can rap. And you evolved. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to Meek still.
You giving it to Meek?
I'm giving it, yeah.
Yeah, Meek got it for me. Like, how the fuck you come out of jail and get picked up by a chopper, son? And go to the game with the billionaire homies.
Yeah, that's the craziest part of the conversation. Not even a chopper. Your billionaire homies.
Like,
and Kevin Hart.
Cloth talk, bro. That's cloth talk. Like, your whole city behind you.
Niggas had a protest.
Son.
People left work to protest for you.
Man, fuck Rocky. They need a statue of Meek after that shit, bro.
The district attorney of Philly says, I am going to continue this case. And the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania is like, this case was bullshit. Like, all the things in the world that could possibly come together to get your black ass out of prison came together. And by the way, that's still saying that you needed billionaires, the district attorney, and the Supreme Court to all help your case. That's insane.
Like, the nigga didn't do shit. Like, no, yes, he did. I'm going to find some shit.
But, yeah. Okay, Vanna. People live their music in the craziest way this year. Just like highs, lowest lows. Just like, he had a wild ride musically when we were there for every moment of it. I'm still going with 6ix9ine. You can't. I'm sorry.
I mean, the people that
I think he was living his bars. You know why he's living his bars? I'm sorry, 1 second. You know why he's living his bars?
No, 1 second.
Because they're playing it in court.
Huh?
You know why that nigga was living his bars? They're playing it in court. They are playing his bars in court.
Evidence against his ass.
Yes.
That is some travestic shit.
What is it, 50 Cent? The DA, I won't play this fucking tape in court. I'll kill you. I ain't playing.
Nigga, I'll kill you. But see, this is what happens when fucking
to the West
clowns.
South. Spanked out Juju.
Like when you know. When you
play your bars in court, boy.
When you know they gonna be listening to this shit and you can give 2 fucks, that's when you real. You don't cop out later. I said that shit and I meant it when I hit record.
We don't bend, we don't fold, we don't break. Okay.
Listen, niggas told you that shit when you was young. Nigga, we don't die, we multiply.
All right, baby's kids. All right.
Sorry, Vaughn. I apologize. I just have to get that in. I apologize. Go ahead, Vaughn.
She ain't know it, no.
What?
She ain't know way.
Shut up, Christian. I actually don't even really have. Most people that go through that much shit, it's mostly rappers because they just be all.
Nah, R&B singers go through some shit.
Yeah, but
that's their whole content.
R&B beef.
No. Remember Jeremiah had a fake person perform at one of his concerts?
I know.
Yes, he did. He had
I said no. I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he was beefing with PND. Because he thought that PND was treating him like the second act, and he was like, I'm a co-headliner, I got hits. I was just like, nigga, no you don't. Like you do, but you and PND in the same boat. Your biggest hits are for other people. What are y'all doing? This is a weird argument. Y'all both writers. Shut the fuck up. Like, that's so weird. Isn't that weird? Like,
very.
That's 2 ghostwriters arguing with who got better bars. Who cares? Niggas don't know you spit them. Like, who cares? Like, what does that mean? Like, So we got Meek, Tekashi, and you got nobody?
I said Kanye just because he fell off the fucking crazy.
Oh, that's a good one.
He fell off the crazy.
His highs and lows were in his music because he sounded high on that Lil Pump record. He sounded high.
I'm sorry.
I'm such a fucking trash record trash.
Forever canceled.
He had some funny lines in it though.
Forever canceled. Hold on, Juice. Hold on, Juice. Forever canceled. That's his next album, Forever Canceled.
He's been having such weak bars since he had that record with Metro. When he just ruined that beautiful intro with Asshole, the Bleach line. I was just like, oh, God. See? Your song is better without you on it. Like,
that's when you know you ain't shit.
You ain't shit. Forever Canceled.
All right, we're going to get off of music. It's been a great year of music, by the way. I encourage you to check out all the music we talked about. I think we have a wide range of taste at this table. We got the R&B, you got the streets, you got some random UK shit, aka me. Go check that shit out. Now, we got one more thing to talk about. Did y'all see the reunion tour? Post that I posted?
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
With all the artists that are coming back together?
Oh my God.
B2K. Bump. I mean, is Little Fizz and Raz B okay? Because, you know, I know they.
We will find out. Listen, New Edition, and they did shit and fucked up. How many times?
One of them was sexually assaulted.
They deserve one.
Listen.
Not by each other, by Chris Stokes.
Yeah, by Chris Stokes.
No, but you know who else is going on the tour, though?
Chris ain't going on
Pretty
tour with
Ricky.
It don't matter.
Pretty Ricky's going on a tour.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky, what they call me.
And, hold on. Hold on.
Nobody invited him, but whatever.
It's
right there.
B2K's the headliners.
I'm doing the chicken head
Hold on.
right now.
It's B2K's the headliners. Then it's Mario, Pretty Ricky, Lloyd, Bobby Valentino, Yin Yang Twins, and Chingy.
All right.
Listen, we're all officially washed. This is the 2000s oldies tour. We are all washed.
I'm not old, nigga. I'm not old.
This is the 106 and Park countdown tour.
Have you seen the memes?
That's why I was like, where AJ and Free at? How y'all not gonna have them hosts?
Have you seen the memes of all the different things the girls have to come wearing?
Oh, yo.
You need to have the struggle ponytail.
No, yeah.
With the pro style gel in it.
Wow.
You need to have the belt that has your name going across it in lights. The LED belt.
Wow.
You need to have your name chain or your name bracelet or
Also
your name earring.
Yes.
You need to have your Parasucos or your Jabos.
Wow.
K-Swiss with the twirly
Yo, now you wow.
You really gonna do this shit, ain't you?
No, nigga, I'm not. I'm grown and sexy. Get that fucking together. And my ponytail's not on the struggle bus.
I saw the name belt happening. My bad.
I didn't have a name belt because my name is too long. I had a name initial, nigga. My shit was a big D. Like this bitch.
That's the name of this episode. Big D.
They call me Big D. They Big D.
I'm dead ass though. I'm gonna show you. You think I'm lying though. A big ass gold D with rhinestones in it.
Hey, Chris. When feminism blurs the lines.
Oh, y'all ain't
Big D, motherfucker.
The look on my face
y'all
is
see
like,
this
how do I have recompense for this? Because you can't just be walking up on me saying, yo, you seen Big D? No, I ain't never seen Big D besides my own, nigga. What is you talking about?
You ain't shit.
You ain't shit.
Anyway, listen, you said that. We all looked at each other
You
like,
think I'm lying though? What?
nigga.
Don't think you lied. I believe you.
Trying to measure. Wait.
Let me see. I'm dead ass though. Y'all think I'm fucking lying?
She
wore
is-
that shit. You wore that one. I see
I've had
that.
this since high
Listen,
school.
I'm not judging you.
We are talking
I had
about
the
a belt
triple X
buckle.
white tee.
Yo.
Hey.
Mariah Sage has definitely. Yo, let me see your name plate on your belt, son. Let's see what you got.
Yo, hold on. We gotta ask the key question for this reunion tour. When it's B2K sets, are they all doing solo records?
I'm done.
Yo.
You mean the King of Dance? Omarion?
Because if they all doing solo shit, it's gonna be like everybody going crazy for
No crease. You gotta have the fresh butters.
when they doing the solo shit, it's all gonna be everyone
You know what
dancing
he's gonna do,
Omarion.
right? He's gonna do that. He's gonna do that in touch, right? And then he's gonna stop the performance. They're gonna take off his crease. They're gonna take off his shoes and give him new shoes.
No, hold up. If y'all giving Omarion a solo, he has to recreate the solo dance scene from You Got Served.
He can do it. He can do it. I got faith in you, Omarion. I got faith in you.
No. That spin?
I got faith in you.
I was like this.
I hate you.
He has to recreate the solo dance scene for You Got Served. Otherwise, you ain't made your money's worth.
I second that motion.
To be fair, I kind of feel it's a little unfair that Mario and Lloyd is there, but you know they haven't been popping. Let's be real.
Mario actually has a lot of good. I like
Yo.
Mario's music.
He's making music, but it's not popping as he once was. Although he's in his acting thing. He's on Empire. Now.
Yeah. To any teenager or tween or the generation under us who might get dragged to this concert by a parental figure or auntie or older cousin, y'all about to see them be out of pocket.
Yep,
Straight up. When Pretty Ricky comes on, you gonna know who your auntie was back in the day.
If you
before she
Snapchat
got a real
that
job.
shit, that is an ass whooping coming to you. Y'all little niggas love to record everything. They will fuck you up.
You gonna have a phone?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. A lot of the girls I dated definitely were B2K fans, Mario fans. I'm talking about pictures, posters.
Yeah, you could get the Word Up magazine and take a. Nigga, I lived.
I'm not gonna lie to you. B2K definitely they influenced our generation. I remember certain dances. Remember bump, 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 bump.
Remember that first single? I don't know what you want in this.
With what's her face? Thing was in it. But Janae Ego. There you go.
Yeah, she was singing background. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what's weird about this tour, though? There's a big name missing from this list.
Who?
Lil Bow Wow.
Oh,
no one cares about Shad.
Listen.
You know why? You know why?
Chad is integral to this moment in time.
Bruh.
Because
Chad is
It's
integral
because
to
they
this
just
moment in
didn't
time.
know the way he moved so fast across the floor. He ran through their minds like all the time.
Just want to take you home. And you gotta do that little crazy. You gotta do that little hollow shake they did in that dance. They got that one on.
Yo, your face right now, baby, is legendary.
What about the Ghetto Girls? And then they had the Nike commercial at the end. Listen. The reason why he's
That's
not
where
here is
he's pushing up on
because
Angela
if we
Simmons.
put Shade Moss's name on this, people would think it's a Bow Wow challenge right now. They
Oh,
wouldn't believe this shit.
you're right. But also, you know when it's gonna get real ratchet in that tour? When Yin Yang come on.
Of course.
Wait till you see my wolf.
Salt shaker?
Yo, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
somebody-
god, oh my god, I fucking love Salt Shaker.
If there would be any reason for a man to attend this concert, you wait for the Yin Yang Twins to come on stage and just get behind somebody grown.
I want, you know that single gun? The gun that throws out all the singles?
Oh,
I
yeah.
want one of those at the concert. Just be like,
You
Bruh.
better bring your rent check then, nigga. You
Yo, they had
Wait.
Rent
The Yin Yang had hits though.
Rent due.
What you got fucked up is the lights are gonna be low. You didn't
realize
say
I
what.
had- I
He
have
didn't say what
practice.
currency.
I have practice.
I see
I
what
know
you
how to
did, bro.
snatch dollars out the fucking air with chopsticks, nigga.
He
Fuck
didn't.
me if you want.
He didn't say. He didn't say what currency. It's gonna be a whole bunch of singles. It might be pesos. We gonna make it rain.
My
It's
black
gonna
ass
be
would be
like
richer
10,000
than
I just
pesos.
want to see a whole lot of clapping.
Round of applause, if you will.
Up in the
Also
club, forget
that song.
VIP, Yink to
So
the
I
gang.
need-
Are you
I
really
need
doing
that song.
Pitbull and Yin Yang?
That's
Up
my
in the
shit. I
stand.
fucking love
That's
that
not
song.
even the best one, though. Let's be
No.
real.
To
That's
the
like number 10.
my
That
nigga
fucking
can.
song.
That's not number 10. That's number 10.
No, remember the other shit? Smoke by myself, drink by myself, cut when I can, when I'm goddamn
I hate you. I hate you. I'm
not.
not.
You never heard that song?
Listen,
I heard it. I didn't think you were gonna belt that
Listen,
shit out.
hold on.
I know these things.
that's how you knew the song. Listen, the
Honest
easiest
sophisticated.
way you could tell if it's an authentic crunk track, if that nigga ain't have a gas can of liquor in the video, this shit ain't real. That shit ain't real. What you doing?
And
Come
grown
on,
women
son.
talking about hand. Like, that's just unattractive ass fucking noise to hand. Like,
But
who
they
does
did it.
that?
They did it, though.
Who does that?
They did it. They had that record with Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
I need a down. That's
On
top of the line.
You face big weight.
With a big behind.
Hey!
Told it was time to let a player like me get
Damn, yo, it's gonna get ugly when they go down south with this tour, bruh.
You know what I wanna see?
Lil Boosie?
No, that wasn't Lil Boosie.
No, who was it? Lil Webby.
Oh,
Webby.
was it? Yeah,
If
yeah.
they-
Yo.
They should have had them.
He made
go-
that record because his first hit sounded a little rapey. Girl, give me that dick.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's like,
Give me that pussy.
Sound
Girl,
like
give me
fucking
that.
plies for plies.
Girl, give me good. Give me that.
I'm gonna come
that.
talk about the positive side of this, right?
Oh, the positive side?
I hope Chingy goes first.
Why?
So I can see all these girls put all that energy into the chicken head dance. Like, really just come out here and battle that shit out. Yo, you cannot tell me, son. To this day,
Hold on.
find you an auntie.
doing that shit.
Hold on.
Auntie. And the Brad and JD killed it.
Hold up. If they go to St. Louis, I'm going to need Chingy to bring up the other two St. Louis niggas that popped while he popped. Because it was Chingy, Jaquan,
Yes.
and Huey.
Huey. Pop, lock, and drop.
No, hold up. If Jaquan come in there, it's going to get real aggressive.
Yo, son.
Because he had two tracks. He had the
Hip-hop was
Tipsy, which is all
fire.
friendly. Then he had that second one where that nigga's like, yo, this is a quarter track of track boy music. And he started to... Yo, that shit ain't a dog barking. I'm like, somebody else can stop down this shit.
While doing the chicken head.
Oh, my life dirty. I've been living with
Team
it.
drinking is very bad.
Fool for that. Fool for that.
I'm not going to this tour, but whoever it is, y'all gonna have a good ass time.
I might.
And if y'all don't, y'all can fuck them niggas up on
Yo.
stage. Ain't got security.
Me and Leah go? It's a fucking rap.
I might go. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking about it.
Like,
think about it?
I thought about going, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm gonna be
I thought
dancing.
about
on
it.
the side, so
Listen,
you're not
yo,
gonna wanna go
if I
with
see
me.
The
you
bottom
there,
card
I'm
of the
giving you a
lineup.
nine.
Hold up. The bottom card of the lineup I fucks with. Like I didn't really care for B2K that much, but Lloyd had hits.
I had mad hits though.
To this day,
Get a shot.
she's fine too, but I want you.
I thought she was fine too.
It don't matter. It don't matter. He said at this point he's tired of answering the question. He's like, it's whatever you want it to be.
Right.
But we all know it's she's fine too. Come on, son.
This goes out to girls all around the world. Oh, then Mario. Woo. You already know how I feel about braiding my hair. That's my shit. I already told you how I feel about braiding
no
my hair.
hair on this side to braid, by the
how I
way.
feel about that.
Many times that I get my hair laced in lunch period. With
I
that
told
shit.
you how I
It
feel about
has negative follicles talking about braiding my hair.
That was my shit, though.
Danny has had the same follicles.
A
now
black
since he was
man
born,
can
up until this
dream.
day.
Okay, a black man can dream. Damn.
Listen,
Danny decided
he was back in his hood feeling good.
of infancy.
No worries.
Bother to grow
Why
hair.
you hating?
Because. And then he heard Mario's
hairs.
song was decided I probably should have grew some hair.
With a big ass, extra wide, white tee, baggy jeans.
I know. I ain't laughing.
But he was in his hood feeling good. Stop hating, yo.
Yes.
That's my boy. I'm not laughing.
Yes, you are.
And then hold up. He
It's
better
a
let
chuckle, it's not a
he
laugh.
better let the crowd do that Gucci verse. Girls are like buses.
Miss one, next
fucking
15 won't come.
I hate.
Why you hating on
I
Guwap?
hate.
As a changed man.
I hate that fucking song.
What?
I've always hated that song. I told you I answer back when that song comes on. Dude should be saying like, "Oh, I did all this." Yeah, nigga, I know you did. What the fuck you talking about? I hate that song. I hear it and I get like, I fucking freak the fuck out.
Damn, I may have talked myself into this tour. I might want to go sit on the car. I'll leave it be
Son.
today.
I don't know. You're a free man. It might work out in your favor, son. You be like, oh, you remember? Nostalgia's a bitch. How you doing?
You're a fucking man.
What we need is a hood ass reunion tour. I need him to get D Block, Dipset,
want people
and
to die.
G-Unit on the same bill. I'm gonna need to
Like,
wear a
you remember
bulletproof,
Boom Crushers
but
outside
that
of the
shit
club,
gonna be
understand?
lit.
Okay. It will be lit for like the 5 minutes
I
it
guess
plays.
everyone's coming with a fucking vest.
We're gonna be
on,
coming to
right?
Barclays with Timbs.
You know what? I'm gonna treat that concert like
The
the
acid
real
wash.
concert.
I will
The
get a
G-Unit,
Kevlar
the G-Unit tank tops?
Facts. Denim jean
God,
jackets.
yeah.
We in here.
I hate you.
Got the iceberg sweater on.
As soon as anything with Lloyd Banks drop, it's over with.
We on fire.
Up in here, it's burning high. We on fire.
They shoot and run. Do we get re-entry if they shoot up a concert?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Ask Takashi.
He got banned. But anyway, that tour looked like it's gonna be fire. I look forward to more reunion tours from my childhood. Like, all jokes aside, good music is good music, and some of those artists are really dope live. Like, just a point of advice: if you're taking your girl to this show, considering who's the main attraction on this bill, make sure you go home with her. You might want to like get her Apple Watch, get the Find Me feature on. Okay, if she really good, don't put her in the front row. You're doing it to yourself.
Listen, my sister,
niggas over 5'9". I ain't fucking with you.
Hey, God damn it, I'm 5'9". What the fuck? Nah, but they just saying.
But I love you. What? Oh.
But I love you.
But I love yourself. But I love you different.
Wow.
Yo, Ocean.
Wow.
Is this what love is?
Wow.
I'm gonna need you to keep that same energy.
Word.
As
When
I
you talk
was
about
saying.
tip drill and all this other stuff.
As I was
When the same
saying.
lunatics come on the stage and shit, and the shit get real crazy.
Ooh, this is not this tour. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, when it's
Why not?
that time
Stop in
around.
St. Louis and the St. Lunatics come through.
They too busy.
You got
raising
Kiwan
their
and
kids.
Ali.
Yo,
Like,
ladies and gentlemen.
what the hook going to
Son, but I love you though.
As I was
That
saying,
might be the title of the
fellas,
show, goddamn.
get her the Apple Watch, Find Me feature, not in the front row.
Put on all her best friend
Uber
and
to
ugly.
and from the show, okay? Don't put her on the train. Don't have her second guess it while she with your broke ass, okay?
Just in case you want to impress, you better get an Uber Black, bro.
Facts.
That's how you guarantee
What that
them
outfit I
cheeks.
told you to bring? Yo, let me get that. Hold this watch while you at it.
Y'all act like we ain't fucking craft.
Close the deal.
Oh, God. Oh, man, we're going to move on. It's getting too real in here.
I'm still tripping over, but I love you though.
I do.
Bring you back in town, show them how to act. You see this shit? You gotta send the ass back to school.
We got to start today's episode of Minding Your Own Black Business. And this week on Minding Your Black Business, we have a young black boy in southern New Jersey at a high school wrestling match. Worked his ass off to get here because, first of all, Greco-Roman wrestling is hard as hell. That shit requires a lot of training. And I also don't understand how y'all don't fight afterwards. Because he ain't going to be choking me out for like a good 30 minutes. Like, don't let that shit go.
Ain't no nigga my age manhandling me. And we the same size, nigga?
Look at here.
I fuck you up as soon as this place is done.
First of all, plus you get points for throwing me off the mat, so you're not even going to give me the dignity of trying to pay you to so throw me? Nah, fuck that.
Like, you know that, Elijah.
And we just explained why black folks don't play this game often.
Yes.
Anyway.
Right.
He was doing the match and was told by a referee that he could not compete because he was breaking the rule. Was he on steroids? No. Did he lie about his age? No. Was he wearing illegal gear?
No.
Yes. That's what the referee said.
Really?
He said his hair was too long and his head covering was not standard issue, and he had to cut his hair or forfeit the match. So that's exactly what they did. They cut his hair in the middle of the gym.
Let me tell you
Fucking
something.
medical scissors. You see
Yeah.
that?
Let me tell you something.
Like it was
No
garbage.
respect, bruh.
He
For
went on
anybody.
to win the match and had to let that same referee that just humiliated him publicly raise his hand. And you can see the kid was trying everything to not break down in tears because of the shame and anger that he felt in that moment. And anyone watching that could see that. Yeah. Or so I thought.
And he picked it up right after.
Or so I thought. Because the initial reports were that he overcame the odds. It was an inspiring story of how white supremacy got you to conform to survive. Ooh, I feel good reading that fucking headline. This is why having diverse voices is important. Because somewhere in the ESPN newsroom was about to write that story until their black or Latino coworker went, oh, hell no. This ain't it, Chief.
Listen, Brett, hold
This
it
ain't what you
down.
want. Man. This ain't what you want.
Listen, Brett, this ain't nigga.
And now we've discovered that the referee in question has a history of racist behavior.
Yep.
What do we mean by that? A few years ago, he got into an argument with one of his coworkers and called him a nigger, hard R. Wow. His coworker did not respond too kindly to that and proceeded to flatten the gentleman with great haste.
With the ground. Like,
he was standing one moment, he said something crazy, then he was no longer standing. Okay, that's how it went, according to eyewitnesses.
Sometimes you gotta look on the ground level to see where you fucked up.
It's crazy how once he was on the ground, he found the error of his ways.
Listen,
when he was vertical, he was cool, but when he stopped being vertical, this was a mistake.
when you on your back, ain't nowhere to go but up, bro. You know you done fucked up.
Actually, too high up.
And now the referee is here again enforcing this rule. Here's my... I have many questions for anyone before they say it. Because there's always going to be the dumb shit in the comments. I'm not going to respond to people who cannot see the error ways. Let's ask some very basic questions. If this young man was breaking the rules, which is what was implied by this referee, how did no one bring it to his attention earlier? Because this wasn't a regular meet. This was like like a championship. So that means he had to have multiple matches prior to this that were officially sanctioned, and no one said anything. While those braids weren't super long, they'd obviously grown. So this had to be happening for a while. You don't grow that sort of hair overnight.
You don't grow dreads.
And also, why in that moment did the referee say you have to do this or you forfeit the match? This couldn't be something that
there's no gray area.
That Also, does this apply to white players or only black players? Because when it comes to laws about hair, there's only two groups of people that get laws about hair passed. Yep. Black people and black people. Oh, sorry, that's not true. Black people and non-white people. Those are the two people that get rules passed against hair, right?
Yep.
So if his hair was too long, I'm going to need you to go watch that video and zoom into his teammate on the bench who had on the full Justin Bieber cut when he first came out. Yo, I don't know how you fit in that equipment on your head, apparently, because that's what their complaint was about the black kid. If he's not getting that same treatment and this black kid's having to cut his hair in front of the entire gym, you got questions to answer. The Wrestling Federation has suspended the referee pending an investigation, but I will bet $1 billion he's getting his job back, and it's going to say there was no mistake made, because if he said nigger to his coworker and is still employed, you've already told me. And by the way, it's in South Jersey. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see him getting his job back 1,000%.
Message.
Right. So this is what happens when minding your black business encounters white supremacy. You're doing everything right. Oh, okay, hold on. Before I even get to that shit. Fuck his coaches. Fuck your coaches for not supporting your player in that moment. For complying, because you probably thought it was inspiring too. You had to, on some level, agree that the braids had to go and this was your moment, right? So fuck his coaches. Number two, no one objected. And this was the moment where I could be like, you're the only black person in this room. Like looking around that room for my eyes. I can watch the tape again. You're the only, this is what happens when you're non-diverse faces. But, and like, even after they see this kid near tears, they all trying to be all positive and go lucky, like this isn't a humiliation. This is why diversity is important. So this dumb shit doesn't happen so often, and then you don't have to explain to people why cutting someone's hair to force them to conform when his hair doesn't give him a competitive advantage in wrestling. Exactly. Like it doesn't hurt his opponent.
If anything, that shit gives him a disadvantage because he can lock on you harder and you can't pull your head out.
So
I'm gonna quote what
no, it's straps. It's not even a real helmet.
Yeah,
it's a fucking strap. And if you got hair underneath that gear, when you're trying to slip your head out of a damn headlock, you would think that the hair would be a disadvantage. It's not gonna slip off easier. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You know what's the worst part about this? Because I'm gonna bet where he lives is also majority white. He's gonna go back to a bunch of his friends saying, "I don't see what the big deal was. You did what you had to do. Don't listen to the internet. They're making a big deal about nothing." I'll bet you money that's what he's gonna hear when he steps back in. And there's moments where he's gonna be like, I'm going to HBC. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yo,
I
bro,
gotta get the
I
fuck
hope
out of
that's
here.
what the fuck happens.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
So
he needs to be
The
a
governor has said something good.
Phil Murphy?
Yeah,
What Phil Murphy
saying.
said?
Good. The governor said you shouldn't have to choose between his or her identity and playing sports.
Listen,
Thank
And
you.
they wanted to cut. They wanted to cut his lock. So it's just. I'm really happy that they're looking into
Let
it.
me tell you something.
You
If
can
I
tell
was
he
the
was.
mother. The fucking way, and this is why
She's handling it so well. I'm so tired of us handling it so well. We need to start beating people
I'm
up.
tired of
I'm
shit.
tired of that shit.
Grace under
Oh, you
fire
live in the
is getting
bird.
annoying,
you
bro.
Let me
I
tell
ain't
you
forgiving
something.
nobody.
You
Fuck
fucking,
y'all.
You touch my fucking child. You touch my nephew. You touch my brother. I'm gonna fuck you up. I almost ran down on the fucking coach last year for telling something crazy to my fucking brother. I was like, do I need to make a visit? They were like, nah. I'm like, no, do I need to make a visit, nigga? Like, don't fucking tell me. I ain't even had kids yet. When I have kids, I'm gonna be real quiet. I'm not gonna be extra, but don't you fucking touch my kid.
Listen, she gonna be the loud, boisterous, very angry
That's why
mama
she ain't gonna
bear,
have bail money for
and I'm
us.
gonna be Papa Bear in the back with the gun.
All right, fair enough.
Like she can say whatever the fuck she want. You touch her, I'll shoot you.
Right. You touch my kid, you get fucked up. You
That's
touch me,
it.
you get fucked up.
Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Either way, you're losing this fucking game, though. Like, oh my god, that shit made me so mad. So mad. And, like, I've had brothers, like, both of my brothers have had, like, one of them actually has dreads right now, but he's older, so he didn't have this problem when he was younger. But the other one, he had braids all through high school. He played basketball. But guess where he was at? In Harlem. And then guess where he went to? Another minority-centric area in Delaware. This was never a fucking problem.
So this is definitely a problem because I was watching the video again just now. There's two things I want to point out that I already knew. Number one, you could tell the hurt in this kid's eye. You're literally cutting down his
body
identity.
posture will tell you that.
Like his coach, I believe it's his coach or one of his coaches is trying to talk him through it, and it's not working. Like this kid looks like he wants to cry. And the second thing too is you look at his hair length. I'm somebody who has locks. I've had locks for 3 years. His locks are not that long.
They're not.
The official ruling is it can't touch the underside of your top shirt. If I'm not mistaken, I'll get the actual litigation of it. Yeah. It's not that long, bro.
Like he had started dress. He had only been growing them for a year. They weren't even past his earlobe. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But
Facts.
you gotta cut.
It's not about the rule. It's about him not conforming.
No, of course. And it's like, nigga, how about this? I'm not perming my hair and make you fucking feel comfortable about me being black. Like, the fuck out of here.
Listen, this is coming down the pipeline of now they can discriminate against you legally in the workplace because you have dreads.
Yep, that too.
So this is down that pipeline of okay in the workplace now. We could just fuck off and not hire you because you don't want to cut your hair. So now in sports, you don't want to win. All right, cool.
You know, it's the craziest thing because this story reminded me of another story I heard when I think it was like a year ago. South Africa used to be one of the most racist places on earth, and now post-apartheid, poverty, wealth gaps, and all that stuff are still issues. There's still a growing black middle and upper class, which means that formerly all white only legally institutions are now having black students, right? So imagine this: you're in Africa and you can't wear African hairstyles at an African school. And then the young women in South Africa went on a campaign, and people are just like, "What's the big deal?" I was just like,
"Nigga, you know how hot it is?
How the fuck you tell me how to wear my hair in my country, bitch?"
The worst part was that some of them were like black administrators. It's just like, this is what happens when white supremacy just like locks into your mind, and you don't even see the weirdness about you not being allowed to have your natural hair texture. Like they're telling you can't.
That's like going to Italy and telling an Italian you can't eat pasta no more. Fuck you mean? It's gonna be an uproar. No, but pasta is a staple. My hairstyle is a staple to my culture. You can't take something that's essential to who I am as a person.
Yeah,
food is essential. Hair is essential. You could put that shit in the same pipeline. They might get that. You tell an Italian he will burn your house down. You can't have no pasta. Spaghetti, bitch?
Yes.
My Nona's recipe, I can't have that. Fucking dude, this Spumoni Gardens allegedly got killed over that shit. Over a fucking sauce recipe.
Okay.
So all I'm going to say is... No.
I'm just saying.
That's culture. That's pride. That's identity, which is very true. I just want to say the ruling is a wrestler's hair cannot fall below the top of a shirt collar in the back, below his earlobes on the side, or below his eyebrows. It wasn't that long.
Fuck you, ref.
So
let me end this right now, because even if it was, how you handled it was grossly inappropriate and not acceptable. Because unless you're going to show me instances in which you just shaving white people there dead on the spot, I call bullshit.
Right.
I call absolute bullshit. I couldn't believe it. Minding your own black business always gets you in trouble. God damn.
Ooh. Well, it's not minding your own black business, but minding your own business. Did you get that video I showed you in Twitter?
No.
So on Twitter, there was this woman who got really upset because her daughter could not touch.
I saw that.
You saw it. Could not touch a dog. Not just any dog. What kind of dog was it, Danny?
Service dog.
A service dog. And there's a sign that says you can't touch them. But she was upset. It was like, oh, you need to have a sign that says they're in training, whatever. You can't. First of all, let me tell you something about service dogs.
Why are you trying to touch a service dog?
First of all, that's not even the point.
White people want to pet strange people's dogs all the time, and that weird.
How dare I be white and tell me you can't do what I want?
Right.
So strange.
Right. especially not touch your property. First of all, to people that may not know, service dogs aren't necessarily that friendly.
No,
They're not pets either. They're at work.
They're at work.
Right.
They need to be fucking aware for the person that they're fucking helping.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Whenever I think about service dogs, I think about the people I see at my job, some people I see on the train or whatever, and those service dogs be making moves. They push people out the way.
They do.
You know, and I want to say in a polite manner.
They're working for
dogs.
that person.
Right.
Right. But imagine that. There's a sign that says you can't touch the service dog, but you're mad because your daughter can't touch a service dog. And even though there's a sign, you feel like the sign needs to say more. Like it's in training with them. How about you can't touch my property? How about you can't touch the dog at all?
Right.
How about people, as well as animals who deserve to be treated like people in certain instances,
Right.
don't want to be touched? Cats, for crying out loud, don't like being touched.
Cats will fuck you up real quick.
Cats, dogs are the same way. It's not your property. You are not
Personal
entitled.
space. You need to respect people's and animals' personal space.
Because you know what? In the wild, they fuck your ass up.
Facts. Your daughter would have been fucking chopped meat.
Oh, you think you an apex predator human? Okay.
Okay.
I have claws and teeth for this.
Right.
Okay. Good luck.
Made specifically to bite through your ass.
Clearly, this must have been a very visually appealing dog.
Probably.
No, it's
They
just
don't
a
even
dog.
show the
It
dog.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Some people have no boundaries when it
Bruh,
comes to other
I can't
people's
see a little
pets.
girl
It's just
wanting to
like-
walk up on a Doberman and pet it.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be
yeah.
surprised.
You
No.
really would be surprised. Some people have no boundaries and understandings when it comes to animals. In their mind, every animal's like out of a Disney movie. Like it's gonna break out into song when you see it, and that's how they interact with
But
them.
that's not the girl's fault. That's the mother's fault because
Facts.
like the little girl, because that's a kid. A kid is naturally
Curious,
Like,
yeah.
it's a dog. I
Right.
like dogs.
And then dogs are generally taught to be good. You know, cats are more
But
like
the crazy thing
ferocious.
about
Territorial,
that is, just think about that. She's growing up in this bubble in her head as a child, and this woman is raising her to think like that.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you think is gonna happen to her in real life? What is she gonna expect of people
No.
around
I
her?
got it. I got it. Meet 500. Everything we've known so far when it comes to white privilege. Thank you.
Yeah,
Coming to
you
my
know what?
TED
She
Talk.
got
She's
the
gonna
pamphlet.
succeed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna tap into that privilege.
And succeed.
I
Yeah.
hate seeing that. That just reminds me of like bratty kids. It's like, yo, do you hear no, nigga? Like, I can tell you no, and I can smack you at the end of it, dude. Like, sometimes I just
That's why I love you, because I heard smack a kid in my head, but I didn't want to say it out loud. I used to get slapped. Like, there was no explanation as to why you
like,
can't.
Tap, like, nigga, you need a little reality check. Like, you need to just fuck kumbaya your ass down. Like, you need to know.
They
no,
you know,
I said no.
They probably were nice to the kid because we only catch it halfway, like through
Yeah.
the argument, right?
Right.
They probably just stopped her, and by stopping her doesn't mean like they touched her.
No,
They
no,
just
no,
like,
it's
no, you
it's
can't
wrong.
touch
You know what I'm
dog.
saying?
Let
But
me
the
tell you
mom
something.
just reacted away.
I am a person. He knows. I see a dog. I'm making eye contact with the dog. I'm trying to get the dog to come to me.
Oh, you one of those?
Yeah.
I'm the dog.
100%.
I
She's a
also
dog
know-
whisperer.
I know the breeds
God.
by heart. The dogs look at me. They're like, "You smell like awesomeness." I'm like, We're gonna pet each other in like 2 seconds." Whenever I see a fucking service dog, I look at them. I'm like, "You're such a well-behaved dog." But does my black ass go and try to intervene with they're on the clock, nigga? No. Like, I know you busy, and especially if it's someone that's impaired, that you are visibly impaired. I am any on the train. I always see them on the train,
Yeah.
especially where I live at now. I see a lot of them.
Would you walk up on a cop outside of Times Square and try to take a selfie?
First, okay.
How
that's
about I would never
interesting.
even touch?
First of all,
I would never try to touch a canine unit.
Hold up. There's only one
Hold
time
on,
where I'm
I tried-
comfortable with
I
black
tried-
people walking up on
They're
cops.
too aggressive.
When girls are trying to bubble them in the parkway, then they cool. You ever seen that? During the Labor Day parade, girls were whining on cops.
Oh, they're whining on
Oh,
And they can't move.
Nah, hold on.
They can't
You
move.
said either some Brooklyn or some West Indian shit.
Oh, when
I
they
did.
bubbled them?
Bubbling.
Yeah, I was like, the fuck is that? Bubbling,
Bubbling is right.
bubbling means you trapping, my nigga. Like, I don't know.
Okay.
No. In the West,
Just gonna walk up and start cooking crack? Like, that's what
That's how I look at. You didn't see the look I gave you? Like, you
James.
bubbling up on the couch. Like, what, you trying to go to jail? Don't do that, young brother. That's a 5 to 10, man.
I got this kilo. You want a bubble?
Oh, my God.
Nah, bubbling is the type of wine and the type of dance.
Now,
That's funny.
clearly, I'm not
Clearly, son.
from the Bronx on there, you know?
Another minding your own black business moment, but I want to salute the brother in this moment. I have to find the story, but there was a reporter from Bleacher Report. He actually used to work, not a producer from Bleacher Report, which is a sports website, in case anyone doesn't know. He used to work for ESPN. I need to give that backstory. He was in his fly-ass apartment building because I just told you the two companies he works for. He out here making his money, right? Him and his homie are downstairs in the lobby waiting for their car service to arrive. They ordered a Lyft or an Uber. And it was cold outside. It was taking a while, so they went back inside. And they went back inside, and here comes the white gentleman, self-anointed police officer to save the day from Negroes minding their own business. Mm-hmm. What does he proceed to do?
Asking for ID.
Do you live here? And this is why I appreciate this story, because he didn't play this game. He didn't go high. I'm not going high. I'm not going high. He's just like, I live here. Yeah. He said, what's your apartment? You don't need to know that. Oh, I'm just trying to be enabling. I don't want to be a neighbor. It's just like, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this weird exchange where I pretend that you're being friendly. And he and the white guy refused to capitulate. And then they started recording, and this conversation just got funnier and funnier. Because the white guy kept trying to make it seem like, I'm just doing the neighborly thing. I've just never seen you before. And the guy's like, so? He's just like, I've lived here 27 years, never seen this before. He's like, do you own this building? Not own this. Why do you care? How's this your business? Do I owe you rent money? Like, why do you care?
No.
Is this no? I don't have to answer you. He's like, but we're neighbors. No. And the white guy, despite being confronted with this fact that he literally is just assuming they don't belong there because
why?
That's what they asked. Right. So why do you think we live here? What makes you? I've never seen you around before. Oh, is that it? Because I've never seen you before. How do I know you live here? Like
intellectual black brothers. Well, we gonna play this back and forth, bitch.
Usually serial rapists. Like, how about your ass? Like, I could have thought you was gonna try to get my goodies. What the fuck? Like, I'm glad you did that. Yeah.
But it's just a moment of just like, I wouldn't even engage this Negro. Because Mayhem knows this about me. Like, when you ask me something, when you say something too stupid to me, I'm like, okay, we done. This is a waste of time. Like, so shout out to them for both not answering his dumbass questions, but having the presence of mind, like, before this Negro say something crazy. Quick, let me turn this on.
Yep.
Folks, when you're encountering this, I don't know, self-appointed police state that they seem to, when I say they, I mean racist. Let me be very clear. When these racists think that they have some kind of power over your physical body to dictate spaces that you can and can't be in, and you engage them, whether you're engaging them politely or not politely, make sure to bring video evidence. Because they're going to make up some bullshit story. Remember when the barbecue lady started crying when the cops got there? Yeah. Like somebody threatened her and all the guys just like basically have the power to ask me these dumbass questions. Yeah, I always remember that moment. They know that the authority works in their favor. They know that the authority works in their favor. And I got one last moment of minding your own black business. And this goes for every player in the NBA. All the black players were minding their own black business in the NBA. And then the owner of my favorite team, mind you, I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan.
Yeah, he stated that.
Yeah, I've stated that multiple times. Here's what Mr. Mark Cuban, billionaire owner of the Mavericks, said. He said, if we took our best kids in 7 years before they are McDonald's All-Americans, by the way, the McDonald's All-American, if you don't know, that is a high school basketball game where the best players in the country come together. So that's what he's referencing. And then before they were McDonald's All-Americans, we sent them over to Slovenia to get an education. The league would be 1,000 times better. They just wanted to learn how to play basketball while our guys learn how to taunt and put together mixtapes.
Who is he talking about?
Gee, I wonder. Let's see, 25% of the NBA is foreign-born, even though the league is like 80% black. I mean, there's non-black. Who could he possibly be talking to about this? It's such a coded, so subtle in these references.
Is he
God,
also saying that some of these players aren't smart?
I don't know.
Of these players that we have to go to another country?
I'm going to go to a Aryan, rich, cultured race to learn about my fucking... Get the fuck out of here, you bitch. Like, are you kidding me?
To be whitewashed? Oh, we don't say that.
Here's my main issues with this, right? Issue number one. You're
I'm
basically...
country and live in the first... Get the fuck out of here.
You're implying that they're not professionals. That's the long and short of your argument, right? You're implying that they're not professionals while you are invested in a system that keeps them from being professionals.
100% on
the person that you are referencing, because he mentioned Slovenia for a reason. The star player of the Mavericks is a guy named Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is 19 years old. He's a white guy from Slovenia, right? So he's basically saying, if y'all didn't stop being blackity black and went to Slovenia like Luka, you'd be a lot better at your game a lot earlier. A few facts about Luka. Luka's been playing pro ball since he was 15 or 16. It is illegal to do that in the United States, to be a professional. So you have to work for free 99 as they make millions off of you. That's number one. Number two,
billions.
Number two, Luka Doncic played in the best league in Europe since he was 16 and 15. And also, his team was in Spain. That's where he learned to play pro ball, you dumbass. You should know this about your own player. He played in Madrid till he was 19. That's why he speaks fluent Spanish, you fucking idiot. Like, he's from Slovenia speaking Spanish. Why do you think that happened?
I have a question. Isn't this the same league that judged LeVar Ball for taking his sons out of school?
Oh, my God. Yes,
going
they
overseas?
did, Chris. Yes, they
And why
did.
are you doing
Speak
this to
on
him?
that.
Come on, bro.
Like, come on.
I'm just saying, the man tried to build a brand and you chastised the fuck out of him for leading his family in the way that you just praised.
Because he's black.
Of
Because he's a black man
course.
that knows what the fuck his kids are worth. I don't like his ass half the time, but I give him respect. He's his fucking the biggest battery in all his kids' back, and I fucking give him props for that shit.
I'm going to give two responses that Mark Cuban got from this comment, because when people heard this comment, this is, again, when you have diverse businesses versus non-diverse. Because when the comments first came out, it was like in a European basketball publication. So, like, no one thought that even... But when it first started catching American sports news, everyone just thought, like, oh, what an interesting take. And those are all white commentators.
Yep.
When black commentators, like, what the fuck? When NBA players... What the fuck? Here's what his actual... He's playing for the Mavericks right now, one of their highest paid players. His name is Harrison Barnes. He says he took the high road. Which I'm like, I get it. It's your boss. Yeah. You can't call your boss a bitch ass nigga. But I get it.
You need me much as I need you, nigga.
Let's see how much that guaranteed money is, and then we can talk that shit.
He said, as a statement, I don't agree with it. As a joke, I don't find it funny. And frankly, I think it doesn't reflect what makes the NBA special. The great thing about our league is that players come from all over the world. We are raised in every background imaginable and bring unique perspectives because of it. We should celebrate it. We bring those perspectives on each other, on issues in our communities, and we aren't afraid to learn and share from those perspectives. That's our strength. So that's the high road. Yeah, Byron Scott, he took the high road, but he's a little more direct. He's like, you're implying that players didn't bring professionalism or equality to the game. And then he turns to one of the people in the newsroom. He's like, "Did Slovenia make the World Basketball Championship this year?" Oh no, that's interesting. Like you talk about like stars. Like, okay, they didn't make the.
How about why would I go to a third world country to get an education?
Yeah, and he's just like, I'm not gonna. But then he also said, what are you implying about kids coming from adverse backgrounds? Like, he's like, I'm from Inglewood. I made the NBA. I won 2 championships. I'm in the Hall of Fame. I think I added to the game. Like, why is or people who have similar stories to mine, why is that a negative upon the league? We got here on the backs of players like myself. What are we talking about right now?
Wait, black people, okay?
And then
God damn it.
Also,
I have a whole bunch of white boys trying to run and fucking run out of breath like they ass been having.
I also have a question to expound upon this shit. This is the guy who's been fined how many times by the league for the shit that he says during games?
A lot.
What level of professionalism do you call from players that you can't exhibit yourself? Your professionalism exists outside of the league. Where these motherfuckers make their money at, they're professionals. You exhibit none. And you're not a fan. You're an owner. You're supposed to be at the highest level of professionalism.
100%.
And you exhibit none of that.
100%.
One of the owners got caught up in some scandal shit. He died or something. Like, what was the LA owner? The Lakers owner a few years ago?
No, you're talking about the Clippers with the racism?
Yo, exactly.
Oh, no, Vonna, we don't need to go that far back. This year, Mark Cuban had to fire his GM after 10 years of sexual harassment complaints that went ignored for so long. Right. The league had to bring an outside prosecutor to investigate it. So, listen, I'm a Mavericks fan. If we want to talk about professionalism, listen, don't make these statements if people know who you are, man.
I'm going to need you to keep that same energy, bro.
Crazy. I
Shark Tank ain't got shit to do with the league.
It's interesting.
And what's the worst part about it is he's making Luka Doncic ain't doing nothing but minding his white business, playing the game with his teammates, having a good time, and you painting him into this corner that he didn't ask to be placed in. Now you're making it seem like his whiteness is saving the league, and he's just like, wait, what the fuck? I was just playing the game.
What's also interesting,
why would you do that?
I don't follow basketball like you guys do, as closely as you guys do, but remind me again, who helped change the game of basketball, NBA?
Wasn't Pistol Pete.
Right. Because I can think of names like
it wasn't
Dr. J.
Wasn't Larry Bird.
I can think of Dr. J. I can think of Michael Jordan. Just to name a few. You know what I'm saying? So the game that he's talking about, that they can bring better game, that we actually changed it to where it is now. But nobody's going to talk about that?
FYI, I want to also make one last thing before I get off this topic. A former McDonald's All-American is also the best player in the league right now. LeBron James didn't go to college. McDonald's All-American MVP. Right. Shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Eat a dick, man.
Eat a whole bag of dicks.
I just don't understand. You just be minding your black business and it just coming out the woodwork. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, LeBron been on fire lately, too. I fuck with that dude.
Yeah, he been on fire. His team's still trash, though. His team's still like, I'm sorry. Them is a collection of sorry niggas. I'm sorry.
Damn.
Listen. I don't fault them for that. Listen, because when you're young, you're supposed to get a chance to develop. You may need 1 or 2 years to become the professional you're going to be, right? But now you're on a team with LeBron James. Everybody's like, why aren't you nice now? Like, 2 years. Nigga, LeBron 32. We ain't got 2 years. We got now. Get your shit together now. Like, we had time.
No, I'm about to say, I kind of feel bad because he got traded to pretty much a legacy team.
Yeah.
Because everyone fucking knows the Lakers. Lakers actually win shit to be famous for.
Yeah.
The Knicks haven't. So it's like, we're popping because it's New York and we're good at other things. But Lakers is a legacy team. But ever since, I think since Kobe and Shaq fucking left, it's been meh. And now it's almost been a decade since that's been like a thing, right?
Yeah.
So you transplant a fucking world-renowned MVP, and now again it's almost like that fucking Superman thing. It's like you're going to save the day. He's not here to do that. He's old.
He tried already.
Trying to get these checks, nigga. He ain't trying to get y'all a fucking chip. I hope they know that. He ain't here for that.
This is what I was kind of pointing in reference to with him being on fire. He was quoted as saying, in the NFL, they got a bunch of old white men owning teams, and they got that slave mentality.
Facts.
And it's like, this is my team. You do what the fuck I tell y'all to do,
Facts.
or we get rid of y'all.
Facts.
Hey, Cuban, this is the dude that's in your same organization, the NBA. You might want to take it down a notch before you say some shit about you.
Also, speaking of that, fuck the NFL. Eric Reed, Colin Kaepernick's ride-or-die homies in the NFL. He's only been back in the league because they tried to blackball him too, but a team signed him. The NFL was overjoyed about that. He's been randomly drug tested for the 7th time in 2 months. Yeah, random. Fuck out of here. Listen, y'all so mad all the time. He is that good and articulate and won't stop talking. How about that? All at the same time. The trifecta pissing you off.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's good at his job. He know what he's doing, and he won't shut up.
And he blackity black.
Blackity black.
Unapologetically
so.
Not on drugs.
Oh,
you know what kills
God.
me? It's like, are you trying to catch him slipping? You trying to stress him out so he wants to? Let me tell you how something. If he's that articulate and that intelligent, that's the last thing he's gonna fucking do. You idiot.
You got too many people.
We know how to play chess too, motherfucker.
Yes. I'm stressed out. Let me smoke this spliff. Oh no, they're gonna try. No, stupid.
Oh, speaking of which,
but I don't know
we need to stay on this. We need to go from minding your own blackness to whose man's is this? Travis motherfucking Scott.
Oh,
Travis motherfucking.
That nigga's on some real sicko mode
I didn't
shit.
hear anything.
Boy,
what are you guys talking about?
if you do not listen,
Extend the flame hand officially.
Listen.
Boy,
listen. Kylie Jenner's lip kits are not gonna save your career, my nigga. If you go through with this, like, I understand the majority of your fan base is white. That is true.
But you're black, sir.
No, I'm not going for his race because he obviously don't give a shit. No, seriously, he doesn't give a shit. Like, if he did, he wouldn't be doing this. I'm talking to you, too, Jermaine Dupri. You think we don't know that you do Super Bowl shit, too? Yeah. Oh wow. Because Jermaine Dupri's been flagrant with it. He's just like, fuck y'all. I'm gonna do this. Like,
yeah, he said he don't believe in protests. Shit don't do nothing.
Okay.
Use your platform while you're up there.
That's cool.
And make a statement. Really?
All right, JD.
If you were to use your platform, is that not a form of protest though? Like, or am I bugging?
He needs the bag. Let's be very blunt. Let's stop dancing around the subject. Like, he needs the bag.
Money is a thing.
You know,
it's the same thing as Chrisette Michelle. This isn't about any greater cause. You need the bag.
I respect her because she says, I need the money.
No, she said that afterwards. Before she tried to be like, I'm trying to bridge this gap. Yes, between the bills you owe and the bills you have. Cut the shit. Like,
that's all I to do. But at the end of the day, it was about the money.
Right.
But like, don't be talking about, I don't believe in protest, nigga. Then how your fucking grandmother did it? Like, the fuck out of here.
Travis Scott, I need to stress this. I know your fans are white. The majority of them, not all of them, because I know a lot of black Travis Scott fans. I know that they will rock with you regardless, as you've learned from Kanye's MAGA hat, right? But here's the thing that you also need to account. Your popularity is based on your relevance in a genre still dominated by black voices. So while your fan base can be white, they also go with the black trends.
Yep.
Yeah. And if the black trend shifts away from you, as Kanye has learned with his album sales and the decline in his shoe sales, you're going to learn this hard lesson too. Or you can ask Chrisette Michelle how booking shows has been going for her. And that was 2 years ago.
She don't even do it. You know she does yoga and shit now?
Yeah, because she can't book shows. She can't book shows.
She's on this.
Yo, Travis
She's
Scott.
done.
Travis Scott gonna end up on Team Backpack, nigga. That's what's gonna happen.
Listen, Travis Scott is going to tour his hell on that KTU tour, that Z100 tour, till his dying day, making that bag. That is cute. That is great. But the minute your pop hits start connecting, you're going to encounter a problem that other rappers have had. B.O.B. have had this problem.
Yep.
Nicki Minaj is having that problem. When that pop world will fuck with you, you try to fall back to hip-hop, and niggas go, oh, what are you doing? Oh, no, baby. What is you doing? That's not how this shit works.
You broke, huh?
You're going to be Ha Davis in that sketch when he realized he made a mistake?
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't even be here.
Listen, bro.
Broke man. Yeah, that's me.
Damn, Sharpton's urging him not to perform. Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan said to the camera, shout out to Michael B. Supposedly, Jay-Z's behind the scenes. I don't believe that. And people going to say like it's because he's a Kardashian. I do not think that has anything to do with greed, guys, niggas, the same as guys, everybody else. This ain't no Kardashian curse. This is the MAGA hat Kanye wave. Niggas is like, oh, I can say fuck niggas? Like, for real, and still sell tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck all y'all niggas.
Harriet Tubman said she could have saved more slaves only if they knew they were slaves, bro.
I mean, that's technically not true, but we're going to go with that. We're going to go with that. So, Travis, I'm telling you this right now. You're going to go do that Super Bowl show with Maroon 5. By the way, here's the weird part. Maroon 5 is still good.
Maroon 5 has performed like twice already.
No, they're fine. They're still fine. You know why? Because people are like, why aren't you mad at Maroon 5? Because he's white.
He's white.
I don't expect Adam Levine, because Adam Levine is not performing at the BET Awards.
Right.
He's just not. He doesn't do that. It's not who his audience is, right? But your ass is. Right. So when them NAACP Image Awards, which I know you probably don't give a fuck about, when the BET Awards, that I know you don't give a fuck about, when those MTV Awards that you do give a fuck about, that depend on your agency in the first two that you don't give a fuck about. And if you drop off the first two, guess what's going to drop with it?
Everything else.
Just right. FYI. You're free to make your own choice. I encourage you to make the choice that's right for you. And then if you never sell a record again, we good. How about that?
I don't like his ass anyway. I was like, who?
We done already said we prefer Drake's verse over his fucking song.
That's what I'm saying. Like honestly.
So.
I was like, oh.
And JD. Ooh,
I didn't know
you skating away with this shit because no one care about you at the moment.
Right, you so
but when you pop up on the show after they gave Travis heat, you won't catch the same heat. Right. Don't think. And I know he think he could survive it too. And I'm just like, listen.
Listen, no.
You base your money on reunion tours. You need black people to come.
But
they got canceled? Your music is super black. You risking a lot more than Travis is.
Super southern.
I was about to say.
You risking a lot more than Travis.
Black Twitter, black people don't forget. Ask Chris Rock. They brought him up recently too.
Woo,
And that
with Louis C.K.?
Yes, with Louis C.K.
Yeah, he let him slide
Ricky
when he
Gervais,
said nigga.
Ricky Gervais, and Jerry Seinfeld.
Ricky Gervais.
Gervais,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Yo,
They brought him up.
Speaking of that clip, I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't too particularly offended by that clip. I was just more of like, damn, Louis C.K. is mad comfortable right now, and you let him be this comfortable.
right.
That is interesting. I'm not listen. What you do with your friends of different races is up to you, but to do that on camera, god damn, Chris, how much money you got that you think that people are just gonna be like, oh, that's okay.
I wasn't outwardly upset only because I've watched Louis C.K. I stopped watching him obviously when
Yeah.
the sexual assaults came
Right.
out.
That's well,
Yeah, I forgot which stand-up it is.
You said it before.
Yeah, he's definitely
He's 100%
he talks
said it
about
before.
One of the guys that made the shit out of his coffee, but he said that nigga made this shit out of my coffee, right?
Yeah.
And it was a funny joke. And at first, when I first heard it, I was kind of conflicted, but I was like, it was funny and it's not racist. And then when I see this 2011 interview, I'm just like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Let's be honest. It's not that what he said has changed. It's how we view him has changed.
Right.
And since how before we're like, we're going to let this shit slide. But now it's like,
like you're
fuck
insensitive.
you.
You're an unsavory character.
But it's like you've whipped out your dick to many women, made them feel fucking uncomfortable,
and plants.
and
The brand has
Plants.
shifted.
He's masturbated onto plants. Plants have feelings too.
Oh, I thought that was Harvey Weinstein.
disgusting.
Or it could have been both. At this point, it could really be
Listen,
both.
what you
Creep
do in
life,
your fucking
bro.
free time is your business, but I don't want to find out about that shit. The fuck? Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
I'm done. You can be the fuck off with that shit. I don't want
No,
to
okay.
no more.
No, I agree with you, Danny, because you know what? If we had, let's just say he wasn't that unsavory character, would we have viewed it as harshly? Probably not.
Yeah.
But
Probably
that's what I'm saying. Like, you 2 strikes in now.
I'll use an example.
Like, if we find out, if we find an undocumented child in your house, you fucking done.
Oh shit! What the
What?
fuck?
I'm just saying, he's on the slippery slope.
Yo, he just became an evil genius that quick.
He's on the slippery slope. That was the
An undocumented child. Did we? Damn. Nobody's supposed to be here.
Nobody's supposed to be
A valid
here.
point. See the child. We just need porn tapes or child porn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's on a slippery slope.
I get it.
We've
I
been
get
missing.
it.
This is what we've been missing.
Woo! Hot take. That's the hot take.
Damn.
I thought that was.
Can we call the name of this episode
Y'all
Documented
laughing.
Child?
No, this episode's Big D in the building.
Big D in the right. Facts. Facts. Triple facts.
Oh my God! I want to end with some news to close out the episode. Not about your boy 45. Big news this week is Cuomo released his vision for the New York State in the coming year. So in case y'all don't know, we based at LES. I don't know how you don't know. It's on every fucking show intro at this point. And part of his thing was the legalization of marijuana, which was a big deal. And supposedly $150 billion for transportation, but no mention of where he gonna get it from. This nigga, I can't stand this thing. Anyway, I can't
Danny.
fucking stand this thing.
Crooked.
I can't. He also vetoed a bill that would have raised $500 million for CUNY and SUNY schools. Did that this week. He said that, I don't even care what his rationale is. I'm not going to repeat it. It's irrelevant. You vetoed money for higher education. At the same time, you're making an argument that Amazon should come here because we have good education.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just...
And then, meanwhile, we're having an onslaught of all these children that are graduating every year and that are expecting their free tuition because they're in a CUNY and SUNY.
Yeah.
So that was very fucking stupid. Like, there's whole people.
You don't have to fulfill your promises as long as you say them.
That's really basic politics, honestly. But I do have to mention one big story, and that is the government is shut down.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to mention that not because of the back and forth, because Clint Smith, who's one of my favorite people to follow on Twitter, pointed out something that I did not know. Not every government worker that's going to be furloughed is going to get back wages.
Yep.
Particularly the janitors, the cooks, the security guards that work at those
staff.
buildings. They are not going to be back wage. So what basically has happened, I want you guys to internalize this, is that in the week before Christmas, all you super evangelical pro-Trump people, in the week before the birth of your savior, your favorite Christian, Donald Trump, fired people temporarily so that they can't get paid before Christmas. And some of those people will not be making their money back. He also, because the U.S. Congress wouldn't give him this bill, changed the requirements for food stamps, which will push about 600,000 people off of food assistance. So because Congress wouldn't give him the bill, he fucked them. He changed the requirements, so he's like, fuck y'all, I don't need y'all. I'll change the requirements so the people I'll kick people off anyway. So again, poor people, no food. Actual working taxpayers, who everyone wants to say taxpayers, people with real ass jobs, legally no jobs. And for a border wall that he says, listen, the Democrats don't come into power until January. We are in December. Republicans control the presidency, the United States Senate, and the United States House. He says the Democrats aren't voting for your bill. They're the opposition party. They don't have to vote for your bill. That's dumb as shit. Like, if you had the votes for the bill, you would have the vote. You don't have the votes for this bill. And in fact, he agreed to keep the government open. This is true.
If they built the wall.
No. Before this, he agreed to keep the government open, period, without building the wall. But then Fox News basically called him a bitch. Like, there was about 24 hours where Fox News called him a bitch, all sorts of names, and all of a sudden, I changed my mind. Why? I don't want to do this anymore.
Why do we?
This is what happens when you watch one channel.
Why do we
soft as shit.
Who watches Fox News?
This is here's the thing. This is what happens when you don't have your own fucking thoughts.
Facts.
Like, that's what this is. There's nothing to do with Fox. Everyone knows Fox is trash. Everyone. They even know they're trash. They don't know. There's
But people still watch them. Why are we watch? That's my thing, bro.
We ain't watching them.
No, but they're the most watched news network in America.
I know, because guess who's out there? Billy Bob and his cousins that are watching fucking Fox right now. That's
If you know somebody watching Fox News, stop them. We need them
There's
to
some
go
black
to
folks
shithole
watching
for the
Fox
ratings.
News.
Yep.
There's some black folks definitely watching Fox News.
No, because you know what happens is when it's just like attention. When people get attention, they don't stop doing what they doing. Bad attention, good attention. Ringling Brothers said it best. Ringling Brothers, any attention I get in the media is good. He said it himself.
Horrible.
Listen, also this week, what has happened is this. I'm not going to talk about the investigation. I'm going to mention one more thing before I close out the show. This week we pulled troops out of Syria. Anyone at this table know we had troops in Syria? We had 2,000 troops in Syria.
Wow, I did not know
so the announcement of pulling out is probably news. Wait, we had troops in Syria? Yes, we did.
We destroyed ISIS. Nigga, what?
We had 2,000 troops in Syria.
Ideology?
ISIS is still present in Syria, right? Here's the weird thing about this move. I personally support pulling out troops in Syria because I think it's a clusterfuck that we should not have been involved in from the get-go. But here's why I think doing it this way is the worst. He pulled troops out of Syria, this is true, in a tweet. He didn't tell the defense secretary. He didn't tell the generals on the ground. He didn't tell the active soldiers on the ground. So literally while soldiers are in the field with their allies, helping them fight the war, they get to tweet that they're leaving the country as you're in the field with people you're basically about to abandon. Like, think about what kind of leadership, I'm doing air quotes right now, that is. Like, that is so lack of concern for human life. It's insane. Like, your own people that you're supposed to, like, he's for the troops, you just tweeted them danger. Like,
I'm gonna tell you something.
If I never told anybody I've supported Trump, fuck you to your face. Take this as your forewarning. If you ever say that shit to me,
hold on.
Fuck you to your face.
Send in the sniper monkeys. Y'all know what I mean. Go ahead.
Wow.
Damn. Really tweeted that shit.
Yo, I love your role. I love your role as smart brother. But you be fucking my life up sometimes. He be dropping bombs and just walks away. That's it. Like, till next time, deal with this shit.
Oh my God.
No, that's why the defense secretary this week quit, because he found out that a mission that he had just committed resources to was canceled through a tweet. And you're wondering why the sudden change? This is true. He had a conversation with the president of Turkey, and the president of Turkey bought $50 billion in U.S. arms, and troops are gone. The president of Turkey hates the people we're working with in Syria. They're called the Kurds. He thinks the Kurds are terrorists. We've been supporting the Kurds because the Kurds hate Al Qaeda and ISIS.
This Turks and Kurds shit.
Yes.
What the fuck? This
So the president of Turkey said, "You pull your troops out of Turkey, I'll buy your weapons." The troops came out this day after Turkey announced they're buying one of our missile systems.
This is what happens when everybody who said we should have a businessman run the country.
Well, we do.
That was a business decision with no regard to human life,
including his own troops, apparently.
But he's for the troops.
This nigga wasn't shit when he didn't go to visit the fucking.
He hasn't visited any of them.
Defense
No.
secretary.
When he didn't go for Veterans Day.
Oh
it
yeah,
was
France.
raining.
Where he didn't visit the graves. Yeah, because it was raining.
Because
Yeah,
it was fucking raining.
Defense secretary quit, right?
Anyway.
Yes.
I don't want to
You
dwell
don't
on this
need
because
to
if I talk about
unless
Trump
you're
too
like
much, the
barred. You feel
depth
me?
of stupid just soaks into your brain,
that's a
and you're
high
just like,
honor.
my
You
God.
Tread on
Right.
aneurysm
No matter
level
who-
every
no
time
matter
you
who-
hear
you
Trump
You know,
say
and
it.
especially if you do a good job. Let's just say you just do a good job protecting.
Right.
Wow.
I can't even.
That's-
My whole brain, like, yo, everyone at the table right now, minus Danny, is like, what the fuck just happened?
We literally had a
all
bomb dropped
holding
on
our
us.
brains. I'm holding
pun
my
intended.
crochet hair. I can't deal with this shit. I need to fucking go. Like, I cannot. This is so.
And then you want to take food from people? You want to take food
That's
from
this
the
is
American
why-
citizens?
This is why I can't debate when, like, I know people who think Trump is just like any other politician.
Yo.
And then when they say that stuff, what it says to me is two things.
don't know
Either one, you don't
Facts.
pay attention to politics, which is number one.
You don't know shit.
Or number two, you don't care about people. Because if you cared about people, like, I'm not even talking about being like some hug the world, like just a little bit, just like a little bit.
Common decency.
Like
about
if you don't think that
others,
children
yourself.
should be in prison for being alive, like if you think that small step, I think you would be bothered by him a little
I'ma
bit.
just say this. This one girl came to where I worked, right?
Yeah.
In public and was ranting about Trump.
Uh-huh.
And I forgot to tell you, she goes, Trump just says everything that everybody wants to say but can't say it.
What? Who's everybody? Who you know? Your friends are trash.
My coworker, who was in plain clothes, he wasn't in actual clothes, and smart of him, and he was like, sit your dumb white ass up before you get slapped by the people he actually doesn't speak for that actually help run this country, because without us there'd be no you and your freedom, privilege, or him. I'm gonna just say that shit. I'm gonna let that be.
Oh my God, we end on a positive note because we've been here for a while. Juice is out here winning championships. I see you over there.
Like Meek.
Trophies.
I'm gonna give my moment of joy. It's gonna be an unexpected moment of joy. Anyone who's ever heard me talk says I don't like babies. I don't like them.
I knew it was a kid.
They don't
knew it.
talk.
I expected. I was like, you're talking about
He's
kids?
expecting a kid.
I don't like babies. But a funny moment happened to me this week that made me crack up. Okay, so I was at a get together. And someone brought their kid. It was like, I think the kid was like 18 months. So I don't know how old this kid is. It didn't speak. It didn't speak
small
words.
person.
It barely walked.
It
didn't speak.
It didn't speak words. It barely walked.
Oh my God.
And then my
Meat bag with a
friend,
diaper.
my friend who was there with me, she got the baby fever. She probably listening. You know who you are. It's true. She got the baby fever. And she wanted this kid to hug her so bad, but she was respecting the kid's agency and wasn't going to force herself. So she's like, do you want a hug? That kid looked her in her eye, said no. Now, they didn't really say a word, no. Just like, they're like, or just basically to no, like, turned, looked me in the eye. I was like, and then put her hands out, and then like climbed up to me to hug. And I was just like, what the fuck is this?
You got chose, Danny.
And then her mom was like, yeah, she really likes black men. Like, she just does not like women touching her. I was just like, you got a problem on your hands from a very young age, lady. Like, you got a problem on your hands.
Like, you ain't brown enough.
That's what it was.
Then the kid saw my friend looking desperate, and she just gave this look of like, All right. I was like, yo, this baby got sass. I like that kid. I fucks with that kid. You cool. You cool. You get a pass.
I wish
First for the shade, then for like the sass at the end. I appreciate you, kid.
Meet your future kid in spirit, bro.
Basically, you just met the future mini you.
Yo, when the kid hugged me, all my other friends at the party just like, I need to take a picture of this.
Right.
Because
So fucking
you don't even fucking
moment.
like babies. This is incredible.
The kid
You-
knew that. The kid
wait.
sensed it.
In the future, when you have a child, bro, you and your child will hold hands and walk down the street and sneer at people in unison. Just,
Like this nigga.
did you see that, Dad? Oh, I saw that shit.
You ever see a parent and a kid have that moment? Like they see some shit while it's looking at each other like,
Yes.
shit.
We don't do that in our house, Daddy. No, we don't. No, we don't.
That lady need a nap. Straight up.
Have you had a nap today? You need
So that was my moment of joy. That shady ass kid. Shout out to you. Live your best life.
I don't even skip me because that shit. That is so funny.
I got Sage, man. That's all I need. I'm good.
Aww.
Yeah, I did that.
I gotta take notes.
Brownie
man.
points.
This guy is out here writing books.
He's very smooth.
Yeah.
It's kind of disturbing sometimes. It makes me mad. I'd be like,
My family's from the South, you know what I'm saying?
Give me. All right, let me not. All right, cool.
I don't talk fast. You think slow.
Message.
My moment
Catch
of
up.
joy. I actually got some nice gifts for some people I like. That was dope. The whole shopping experience, all that bullshit. I actually saw Aquaman, which was dope. DC actually had a win.
Congratulations, Sage.
You're the biggest backer at DC at this table. We're usually making fun of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was okay. It was.
wasn't at the same caliber.
But no, but in all seriousness, it was just like it's just this time of year before New Year begins. You just start thinking about just the past things that we've gone through. I had a moment to really relapse and think about some of the things I've overcame, some of the things I've shared with you guys and whatnot. I'm very appreciative. So my moment of joy was reflecting on stuff and seeing a good movie named Aquaman.
Man out here growing and shit.
That was very.
You know,
That was deep.
You see, there's one gray strand in my beard.
It's called wisdom.
Wisdom.
Damn near like Moses.
Miss Sage. Yo momento.
Guess my moment of joy is, I guess similar to Mayhem, like just being able to do shit a little bit differently than what I was doing last year. Last year was rough.
You close to the
Last year was fucking rough. And now I am in a way better like headspace. Like being back in the city, I totally am like, oh okay, I'm here for like 10 days. I can't wait to go home. Like I miss my family. I miss Highbridge, but it's like, ooh shit, this just reminded me why I fucking moved. Like traffic, people being stupid, me wanting to curse people the fuck out. I don't have this where I moved to. Like I am on a whole level of zen, and like I smile all the time. I'm happy. I don't have to have my guard up as much. I'm around a lot of positive black people. It's awesome. So yeah, like
And they winning.
right. So I'm like, I'm really grateful for where I'm at right now, and can't wait for the new year so I can ride the wave.
All right. That was, damn, we had some very positive ass thoughts. See, after all that negativity that I dropped on y'all, we ended on such a
I don't
positive
want to go back to.
note.
I don't want to go back and talk.
I'm
about
not
it.
going
I'm
back to
sorry.
that.
I don't want to go back and
I'm
talk.
gonna end on
I don't
that.
want to go back to that place.
So, listen, this has been your very special holiday episode of Last Stop on the L. This is our last episode for the year, so we'll be seeing you next year. And before I go, I want to say one more thing. I don't know who the hell on Twitter said Bria Miles is ugly, but fuck you. Fuck your family.
I smack
fuck
your
your
wife.
friends. You're trash for that. You're dusty. All right?
Also, that white group
Look,
that made
Dusty.
that song. I forgot what song it
Oh
was.
my God, no diggity.
No diggity. There you go.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Fuck y'all.
That is
Those
hot
are the
dog flavored water. That you gotta pass off as alkaline. Get out of here with that shit. No one asked for this.
names are artificial flavor.
Anyway, we out.
Girls talk just don't matter.
they say that shit just to hold you up. You took it for granted. I will never ever take advantage. Don't be so quick to take a gamble if you can't take the damage. You made me complacent. How the fuck you gon' tell me about patience? Every time I think we got a handle, then we end up fighting about the same shit. Don't you know we're too grown up to be doing this shit right now? Don't you know we came too far to be using our trust right now?